You're now tuned into the Star Gang Live, aka the Star Gang Podcast on Facebook. Hey, if you're not on Facebook, or hey, if you don't want to be on Facebook, Star Gang Podcast as well on YouTube. Go over there, like, sub, follow. It is what it is. Again, Star Gang Podcast on YouTube. Like, sub, follow, hit the notification bell. If you're on Facebook, you're on that live right now. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Just for the simple fact that you can find us at any point in time. And you know where we are and when we're going live. Because sometimes me and Spoonie, whenever Mary's away, Spoon,
yes, sir.
The mice will play.
Yes, 100%.
And here we are, and we're playing. It is what it is. Brady's in the building. What's going on as always? So what to do? Hey man, what's going on? Hope everything's good in your area. I know it's at the L, but hey, there's we'll talk about some things. Jody Parrish is in the building from Illinois. Disappointed, I understand, but if you stick with me over the next hour or so, I mean, we've been known to go longer, but if you stick with me, I think I can make you feel better. Buddha, as always, our how should we dub him? Our mod extraordinaire, our moderator for the page. Thank you, Buddha, for tuning in. I Vent Nation right now. Fair enough. Fogmed, who is an Eagles fan, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, you're at home and you tied the Bengals. By all means, please take a seat. That's like kissing your sister. You tied with the Bengals. Good luck. Donald Walker's in the building. Said, okay, let's vent. We're going to get to it. Buddha said, I definitely wanted to fight. Come on now. M-Boys in the building saying what to do as always. Monique Kelly said, great game today. Well, we'll talk about how you might not be a Cowboys fan. I don't know what to figure out who you are, Monique. I ain't seen you on the show before. Neither here nor there. My boy Richard in the building. What's good? All right, Spoon. Go ahead. We got in here. Give it a like. Give it a share as always. Go ahead, Spoon. 38-31. You know what it is.
Listen, I'm not angry. I'm just more disappointed. We still got a lot of work to do in that defense. The secondary especially. That's the one thing I mean, yeah, everybody knows. You know, I've been going for let's go get it. Safety. The very thing that we are witnessing right now was the very thing that I didn't want us to be in that predicament. And we right here. Offensively, listen, these guys gel. Cedric Wilson, he came out the scene today, had a great game. Dante, Schultz, he's coming, he had little mistakes. The offensive line, not too bad. Even though we're missing our two best tackles, three linemen now. Yeah. And Tyler Batters came in, had little mistakes, but he came and held his own a little bit. Not too bad offense, but defense, that's the issue. Aldon Smith, I said last week on the show, when BJ asked the question, pick a defensive play, I said Aldon Smith, and who's familiar with Russell Wilson, 3 sacks.
3.5, I think. At 3.5, I believe, 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5, and during this was 4. He had one for the season, right? So
shout out to Henry Smith, first time listener. What's good, team? Absolutely, man. We appreciate you tuning in. Star Gang is the group. Star Gang is the page. Come mess with us. Appreciate you tuning in. Go right ahead.
Yeah, so it's a lot of good stuff about this team. Remember, this is only week 3. They had no preseason. They was rushing to work with each other, and it's not that easy when you have a whole new coaching staff. This is not a Madden video game where you could do whatever you want. Hell, you could put any type of play and then run it. This is real life football, and it takes time to adjust. And we can see the offense is going to be unstoppable. It's you can see it. We can score points for anybody in the league. Defensively is the issue. That's secondary. That's the issue. Too many penalties. And at the end of the day, listen, I know we have a lot of folks who are not Dak Prescott fans. We have a lot of folks who are not. I respect any fan who doesn't approve of a player, but giving good football reasons why.
Oh,
respectfully. But
and our other mod extraordinaire, Mendoza's in the building and said did look great, but we've been preaching about him a long time, haven't we? Mendoza finally got our payoff today.
When it comes to Dak Prescott, he is a franchise quarterback. He had, listen, he brought us back into the game offensively. you cannot have a defense that does not complement an offense. It just doesn't work. It's not going to win all the time, and that's just it.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. And you know what? And Loki, I wasn't mad about the game today. I wasn't.
Nah.
No, we talked about this on Tuesday. I knew what we were in for, right? And for those that are longtime listeners, or even mess with me on Deep in the Huddle, whatever, I always break these seasons down into quarters. The first 4 games, what are we going to learn? What's going on? Obviously, with the new coaching staff said Kellen Moore, we'll kind of talk about Kellen Moore here in a little bit, right? It was completely new. We didn't have the OTAs. We didn't have the training camp the way that we could have, right? The particular offseason, the 5 preseason games, so on and so forth, right? So we would have like 2 extra weeks to sit here and go through practice, or 3, I guess, with the extra game. So we're kind of catching up a little bit. And we actually heard this through the players, right? We heard Jalen. Well, it's simple. We heard it from Jalen. We heard it from Griffin. Hey, we're going to simplify it. We're going to put our hands back in the dirt, figure it out. Then you heard from Alden Smith saying, hey, look, guys, hey, it's early. Let's figure it out. Let's go forward. So I watched the game happen, and I watched it unfold. And here's my overall take. Look, we're going to get into some of these minute things that happen. Let me give you your guy Nick's broad stroke as it pertains to this game.
Right.
I'm excited, guys. Let me be clear. Let me be clear about today's game, 38-31. We all want to win. I understand that. Trust me.
Right.
I'm not happy that we lost, but on the same token, I cannot be happy, but I can also be excited because I watched them do some things that we haven't seen around here in about a decade, if you will. The offensive line was not working. It wasn't working. And McCarthy said, you know what? In the middle of the game, all right, that's it. Zach Martin. Now, Spoon, I told you last year that Zach Martin could play left tackle for us if we needed him to.
Yeah, he definitely can.
Said that to you.
Right.
All right, we're kicking Zach Martin to right tackle because dadgummit, still the rookie free agent, God bless you, from Texas Tech, you're just not going to get it done. And you know what? Looney, who had to come back in, you're going over here to guard, and we're putting Tyler Badaz, a.k.a. Tyler Badass, we're going to fix this line in the middle of the game right now. In-game adjustments. And as soon as they did, bing, 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 we're scoring. Bing, 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 we scored again, right? We went down the field and did everything else. So, back door, my girl Monique's with me. I see what she's saying. Exactly. Okay, Monique. Yeah, welcome to the game. Thank you. Pick up what your guy Nix is putting down. I feel you. We're going to talk some. So, then on top of that, we saw what happened in the first half. Beating us over the top. Shout out to Diggs not giving up and doing what he did, right? But even that, so we're getting beat.
Right.
They tried low-key in the second half, be clear. Mike McCarthy and staff absolutely, unequivocally out-coached Pete Carroll's staff in the second half. I'm like, oh, this is new because all of a sudden they tried to do the same things. Remember, they went max protect, sent 2 wide receivers, lock it over the top, touchdown. Easy peasy. They tried that not once, not twice, but 3 separate times in the second half. And it ended up with, I think it was 1 or 2 sacks and definitely an incompletion. Okay, so we have adjustments. We have it here. We have to get a little bit healthy, right, across the board some. But I'm seeing those things happen. For me, Spoon, and I'm going to throw this at you real quick and we'll kind of pivot to the next thing. For me, I think the call of the game for me that I didn't like, if I want to boil it down to one, is 4th and 3. You rushed 4 and played zone. For me, and I said it, if you're in the Star Game group and you're in our game day chat, I literally before the game I said, hey, right in here, right now, you got to send the house. You have to blitz the house, man up, and get them off the field. And we just played the 4, played the zone, and my goodness, Olsen just killed us right in the middle of the field. That was, for me, that was the play. We can talk about everything else in between, but right then and right there, I wanted Mike Nolan to go ahead, send the house. Let's get after Russell Wilson on 4th down and 3, and let's make something happen. But, it is what it is, and it didn't happen. I mean, so somebody trying to hear that because Dak beat Russell Wilson not that long ago in the playoffs. Out of here. Not really much. Go dial up Dak's stats. What more do you want him to do? Get out of here, Larry. Get out of here.
Listen.
But go ahead. But if you had one play perhaps in the game that you didn't like that you would like to see change, what you got, Spoon?
Well, the screen passes.
Mm.
Oh, one thing I want to get to that gentleman.
Ooh, these multitude of screens to Dak. My goodness.
Before I go forward, I want to add something to that. What the gentleman just put up about the 1-on-6 that kind of in the playoff. Just real quick.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers also has a losing record against winning teams. I just want to point that out. So
yeah. Keep it moving. We're not even worried about that. Yeah, keep it moving, bro.
Going forward, the screen passes. I didn't like it. It was like 5 of them they called for Ezekiel Elliott. It just didn't work. But again, that's my only issue on the offensive side. They play great. Offensively, they play great. I mean, every player. Gallup was a monster. Coop was a monster. CeeDee Lamb was a monster. Cedric Wilson was a monster. I mean,
look. And your guy Nick Speck and training camp told y'all said Wilson was going to lock down the number 4 wide receiver spot. You know, it took him week 3, and he showed up big time. Right?
Big time. Listen,
big time.
And I'm happy for Cedric because he's been out for the year for like 3 years. Every preseason, so this is his first time playing a season game, and this guy has come a long way, and he has shown from the time for the stuff that we've been hearing from training camp, so now we're seeing it during the live games. Wow. I have no issues with the offense. It's going to get better and better and better. Just that's secondary. Mike McCarthy said after the game that he basically players should not be running away from the corners. The wide receivers should not be running away that far. So they'll look at that on Monday, and I hope they do. And I hope they'll come to understanding that building from within or trying to get better from within is just not going to cut it.
We'll touch on that. Yeah, we're definitely we definitely got to touch on that some. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the battling here. I mean, my goodness. Let me bring this to the front here, and I'm gonna ask Cowboys Nation that's in the inbox right now going crazy. I see y'all giving Larry Sosa that work. They ain't the Sosa we missed, but y'all giving that work. But with that being said, special teams, Spoon, they got left. Look, we talked about this last week, right? I said, man, special teams kind of got left off the hook a little bit because the watermelon kick and we kicked the field goal to win. So we didn't really just bring them to the table and say, hey, figure it out. Well, again, 38-31, man, we can really look at special teams and kind of talk about that, right? The kickoff fumble. Hey, look, man, it might be time for Tony Pollard to sit it down. See, I kind of defended Tony Pollard last week. I'm like, look, he's bringing out 5 yards deep, but that's because the coaching staff is saying you got the green light. But you got to catch the ball, though, Pollard. You're paid to catch the ball. And you fumbled it. You fumbled around. You got on the one. You ended up in the safety. Now, we can argue about whether Zeke got out or not because Zeke fell, but he didn't get touched. The ball was over the goal line. But, again, neither here nor there. You missed the extra point. You got an extra point block. Now, let's rewind. That's why you ended up going for 2 because you missed the other 2 extra points. No, that's there you go. There's 3, and if we talk about special teams and they don't fumble the ball, 5.
Right.
What was the final score on the bottom of the screen, Spoon? Is that 38-31? Yep. So if we get those 5 points back, that makes it 38-36, right?
And you're putting the game play changing.
Whoa. We were in field goal range there at the end, right? Kick the field goal down the pipes and you win the game. So as we've preached on this show before this regime and now during the first 12 quarters of this regime, special teams isn't very special, right? We talked about Bones and we bigged up Bones and how good he is. And, hey, we were 31st, 32nd in the league of special teams. The only way you can go is up. Special teams have not been very good so far this year, and they have to figure that part of the game out.
100% agree. It's the little things that can go wrong that can change the outcome of the game or how you play the game and what plays you call for the drive. I would have been very confident if we had to score a field goal versus doing what we're doing to try to get that touchdown. And it's the little things that make it tough for you. But again, we was in it. We stood in it through the whole game. We didn't get away from it, but they have to be more consistent and what they do going forward. And hopefully, like I said, this is only week 3. Right now we are tied for first place in the division with the football team, the burgundy and gold team. Eagles lost. Well, they tied today.
Right.
The Giants lost. So
I mean, call it what it is. Call a spade, Spoon. The entire division right now is the NFC least. You got a couple of 1 and 2 teams. You got an 0-2 and 1 team. You got an 0 and 3 team. But the NFC least, right?
But I still think we're in the best shape. Not being biased, we still in the best shape. So Cowboy Nation, like I said, it was a good hard-fought game. Mm-hmm. Nobody should be pissed off. You can be disappointed. You want to get better, but it's only week 3. And again, if you watch the first 2 weeks of the Cowboy football, you see how the offense is basically just getting better and better. Yeah. Hopefully, they can address that secondary to just get a little bit better, and we see what happens.
Yeah, Wilson, you're right, but neither here nor there. At the end of the day, so I mean, special teams definitely had a hand in the old bucket here again, and they didn't get the bailout from a watermelon kick. Uh-huh. We Spoon. I'm gonna pivot this. This is going to maybe kind of off kilter some folks over here. Today was a game that always reminded me of how Romo was. Romo had to be perfect to give us a chance. Look, Russell Wilson. We talked about him. He's my number one quarter before going into this game. In this season, he was my number 1 quarterback. Mahomes was number 2. And we're just talking about the first 2 weeks and how they have played. Be clear, after this game, Russell Wilson has set the NFL record. We're over 100 seasons in the NFL. He has 14 touchdown passes in the first 3 weeks. Now, we're going to talk about that back into the defense, Cowboys Nation. Hold on, I'm going to get some of y'all's comments and y'all's thoughts on that. We're going to get that up too. Give it a like, give it a share, follow the page, join the group. Mm-hmm. Also, shameless plug. Star Game Podcast, YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bells on both ends. But with that being said, we knew Russell Wilson, right? We knew what we were up against and what he was going to do. And it was like, it took me back to whenever Romo had to play against Peyton Manning against the Broncos. And he threw for 500 yards. And, he played almost a near perfect game. He drops back, offensive lineman steps on his foot when he's trying to throw it, throws the one interception, and we lose the game. It was kind of the same thing here with Dak. Like, he had to play a near perfect game. Like, because be clear, Russell Wilson wasn't perfect today. He missed some throws, didn't turn the ball over. Fair enough. Didn't turn the ball over.
We made him uncomfortable.
Made him uncomfortable a little bit. He had some passes in the dirt, different things. The fumble probably cost us more than anything. The last interception at the end, if Dak was Kirk Cousins or Drew Brees, even at this point in his career, shout out to Drew Brees, one of the all-time greats. Guys of that ilk, Dak gets sacked. He gets out of the sack. There was 6 seconds left. He just threw it to the end zone. So that interception, to me, I don't care about. I don't like the first interception. It was bad placement. Cooper didn't run a good route, and then it was a bad placement with the ball. The fumble, what can you do? You try to cock it, get it to Coop, the offensive line, and then that's when the coaching staff finally changed the offensive line. But again, Dak had to play a damn near perfect game. And there's not really a lot of teams that ask their quarterbacks, like, if we're going to win, you just got to play perfect. It just doesn't really happen that much. And that's kind of where Romo got his love and his haters, and that's kind of where Dak is getting his love and his haters. Again, back-to-back over 400-yard games. Dak has broke the record for most 400-yard games passing by a Dallas Cowboys quarterback now. Obviously, his streak did it. He broke Troy Aikman's streak of consecutive passes without an interception before today. Just he still threw 3 touchdowns, did everything. We're down 15. I tweeted, we got him right where we want him. They shifted the offensive line. It was bang, bang, bang. Said Wilson showed up and showed out, right? That has to mean we have to pivot to the defense a little bit.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out. Like, Thompson was, for me, again, we're going to beat the dead horse here, Spoon. We're going to where's Wilson at safety? Donovan Wilson, can we get you in here? Why can't we get some Burns? I'm out here like, is Ha on the streets? Can we bring it back and just see?
How about just bring him back?
Thompson is terrible.
Again, here's the thing, y'all. I'm not going to bring back the hashtag Route 33. He's on a new team. You know, or the hashtag Route 29 all the time, who's still available. Because in my thing, I'm already over it. I'm already over it. I have moved on from it. You know, if they sign Earl Thomas, I'm going to say thank you.
Hey, real quick. Everybody, look at Larry. Or go ahead and tell Larry Sosa. Tell him bye real quick. I'm about to give you the attention you want, Larry. There it is right there. About to give you the attention you want. Everybody say goodbye to Larry real quick. You got in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, Larry. It's been real. Not really.
Goodbye.
Larry's up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We have no time. We have no time. We have no time for the BS.
I mean, come on. At the end of the day, listen.
Whoa. Hold on. You must have just got here. It says, guys, you were missing the problem. Tony Pollard misses the punt return and fumbles, blah, 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 on the 1 yard. We already talked about that, good sir. Tune back in. We already talked about it. Yeah, absolutely. Special teams needs to be brought front and center. I said it last week, and we escaped with the watermelon kick in the field goal to win. We didn't escape it this week, and it's a problem. Bones, Mr. Fossil has to fix this thing. Special teams, forget just that fumble by him. 2 extra points, 1 missed, 1 blocked, forced us to a 2-point conversion we didn't get. Hey, that's 3 points alone. And really 5, you count the safety. We already talked about it, though, for sure. Absolutely agree with you there. Go ahead, Spoon.
Listen, at the end of the day, like I said, it's I just lost my train of thought. It was me. I was saying bye to Larry, and all of a sudden, boom.
My boy Sid just said the post game with him. Go follow my guy Sid in the building. Go ahead. But no. I mean, we're just talking in general about Dak having to be perfect no matter what, or we take the L.
Listen, no quarterback in every game should have to.
Dak's rush, they got 2 studs running backs. Go ahead, Spoon.
Yeah, no quarterback should have to keep throw for 500 yards every game just to keep up, just for the team to keep up with the other team they're facing. It's just not healthy. Again, Thompson is playing very bad. I don't know how much Ha was that bad in practice. But right now, sometimes guys don't practice good, but they play better during games. It happens. In my opinion, if you don't want Earl Thomas, fine. Go bring back Ha. You got to go do something.
Eric Reed.
This is week 3.
Go across
this is week 3.
Right. No, it's time. No.
This is week 3. Now, next week, we got the Cleveland Browns. We're talking about Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr. And again, Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are very good receivers, but when you talk about Odell Beckham Jr. and we're talking about Jarvis Landry, that's some real serious work that we could.
Whoa! And you talk about Nick Chubb, and you're talking about Kareem Hunt as well. But we'll say, hey, look, we'll save Cleveland for Tuesday. Tune in Tuesday. We'll get you on Cleveland, Mr. Hall. Hey, look, man, look. As Nick says, man, come on, same old regime. It seems like they play who they want. It's time to call Earl. Let me rewind you. Whoa, Spoon. I know safety is near and dear to your heart. I got you. Look, at the end of the day, I don't disagree about calling Earl. But at the end of the day, on the same token, and I've said this for weeks now, I don't care if it's Earl or not. I don't care if it's Tony Jefferson. I don't care if it's the old man long in the tooth, Rashad Jones. I don't care if it's Eric Reed. I'm going to take a knee with Dontario Poe. Now, mind you, now, right? Remember, Dontario Poe took a knee week 1. He's been taking a knee, but they ain't reported it no more. Funny how that works, because Jerry the Mastermind didn't make it an issue. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, you got to bring somebody in here. If you're not going to play Donovan Wilson, it has to be somebody. Safety play is bad. I'm not running from that. No way, no how. I'm not. But the point is, I will say, old regime would not have made the changes to the offensive line to get things done in the second half. Old regime would have got blown out today instead of the ball would have kept going over the top and everything. They did the things enough to keep us in the game and give us a chance. That's why I'm excited, because I saw out of halftime changes and I saw third quarter changes to put this team in a chance to win. That's why I'm not so mad. I don't like losing, but I'm not mad. But I agree with you, Hall. Earl or not, Man, it's time to. If I had to remember those Staples easy button to press, man, I'm ready to hit the red button. We've been talking about it. We have to add somebody back there. Thompson played way too much today. Thompson played way too much today and was ate up way too much today.
Put it this way. Let's go back to memory lane. The Falcons game a couple of years ago when Tyron Smith out. And that got sacked 7 times. No adjustment was made. We made adjustment in that second half. Like, yo, we got to get this going. That should make everybody feel good. And again, we was there still in games last minute. So you got to feel good about as far as what Mike McCarthy's for this team right now. It's an upgrade. But again, we got work to do. And the one thing that we did point out in the beginning of the season is that you're gonna see a lot of bad football games played by us because again, like I said, this team was rushed to gel together. New coaching staff, no preseason, no OTAs. We're talking about a month of just practice. And you need more than that. And I'm pretty sure that Mike McCarthy would have loved to do more. I'm pretty sure Mike Nolan would have loved to do more. But guess what? You got to go by week to week, by trial by basis, and that's just the way it is right now. But again, we was in it with this game. We didn't complete it, and we on to Cleveland. And that's it. But hopefully by this week they'll address that secondary. Some type of upgrade. Signing somebody, you make a trade. Hopefully it's something. Listen, guess what? There's another safety that we don't have to sign that is pretty available because they're not playing him much, and that's Taylor Rapp. I don't know. I know it's a couple of years ago. Me, BJ, and Miss Mary, we did a NFL draft video. That was the year that we took Tristan Hill in the second round. And when we talk about safeties, Taylor Rapp was one of the guys that we talked about. Taylor Rapp could play multiple positions in the secondary. And with the Rams, they're not playing him as much right now.
Yeah.
And that's a guy that we could definitely target for a trade that I wouldn't mind. So hopefully they'll do something.
Yeah. Hey, look. I just threw it out there real quick. Hey, if you want to call and ask a question from this point forward, we're going to talk about it. We'll get all these questions, everything. Like and give it a share. Join the group. Join the gang. Like and follow the page. Star Game Podcast YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit follow, hit notifications on everything. The phone number is right there. 903-399-1015. You got a question, call me. I'm going to put you on speaker. Look, my personal phone is how we do it. We'll get your question out here. Let you vent. Cowboys Nation, y'all want to vent? Give me a call. Hey, look, if it's busy, I got somebody on the line. But give me a call right now, and man, we're going to get you in. Again, let me get the number on the screen for everybody to get out here. Anybody wants to call in as we're going through this thing real quick, Spoon. I will say though, Spoon, because I didn't get a chance because I jumped in the post game with my guy Sid. Shout out to Sid, great post game tonight with a couple of guys, Seattle fans, Young Bucks, and they were good. Oh, we got our first call. Hang on.
No doubt.
Oh, let me hit it. Yo, who we got?
Yo, this is Danny.
What's up, Danny? What's going on, brother? Where you calling from?
What's up, man? From Santa Monica, California.
What's up in Cali, brother? What you got for us?
Hold on. Tony Pollard lost the ball on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Return.
Yep.
What the heck was that?
Man, he missed out on the ball. Spoon, can you hear him?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you're good. No, he missed out on the ball, man. He missed out on the ball, then he slipped, and then he recovered it. Again, I mean, he has to be better. He has to be better than that at the end of the day. And it cost us 2 points,
I understand that, but when you get rid of him, he's no good.
That Spoon. Should we get rid of Tony Pollard? My guy Kelly says
nah. Tony Pollard is listen. He barely has mistakes. It was a big mistake. He put us in a hole a little bit, but he's not a problem. I'm sure that's something they'll correct, and we won't see a mistake.
Right. I mean, appreciate the call, brother. Hey, Tony Pollard's not going anywhere. I understand. I said he fumbled and everything, but yeah, he's not going anywhere, my brother. We got to let him cook and put him in the right situations to win. Maybe it's time to take him off a kick return, though. I will agree with you there.
Right.
How about Kelly Moore. Is he the problem?
We'll get to Kellen. I got Kellen Moore on deck. We're going to talk Kellen Moore here in a little bit. Stay tuned. Next call. Come on in. 903-399-1015. Go ahead and hit us up, and we'll go ahead and get you on right now. Walker, don't be like that. Don't do that. Sid, as always, don't worry about it. I know we had another call that I couldn't answer yet. We got another one here. Boom. Who's on the line? Oh, they hung up. They called in. They hung up. But yeah, I mean, as far as Pollard goes, come on, man.
Right.
Not going to happen. I mean, yeah, I mean, bad decisions, whether they were coming out last week or whatever the case may be, and going from there, absolutely. But I mean, as far as it goes this week, what's going on? State your name. I'm sorry. Go ahead again. State your name for me. No, you get in. State your name. All right, what's up, brother? What you got?
Man, listen, man.
Hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Turn the stream down in the background. I can hear you coming through. Turn that stream down in the background for me.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, man. Y'all was trying to be a little bit too smooth down there. Y'all need the rough and rugged to call in. Listen, bro. It was a lot of positives in the game, you know, but I understand adding and going after safety and stuff like that. But what I saw was a lot of misidentity and culture still going on back there in the secondary, you know, with a lot of mistakes. You could get Earl back there, you could get Eric Reed back there, whatever. But if these guys are not disciplined and not in the mindset to be afraid to make mistakes,
right?
I don't know what we're doing. It's stuff that we seeing that we would have never saw in the Jimmy Johnson, Parcells, not even with Pete Carroll and these new coaches, Gruden, Chucky. You know, it's certain things that you don't see their players do simultaneously.
Well, let me ask you something though. Hold on, let me pivot off of that. Let's go to the first touchdown to Lockett. They ran play action, and both safeties got caught flat-footed and came forward. To me, that's not coaching. They bit on the look. Some of that's got to be the player, right?
No, definitely.
So let me ask you this: so if you had let me pivot there. If you had a read, look, let's take Earl Thomas off the table. I know Cowboys Nation wants Earl Thomas. I get that, but if you had an Eric Reed, a Tony Jefferson, Rashad Jones there, maybe that guy sits back because I don't care about that run. That's 15, 20 yards in front of me. Let me sit here first and see it clean and do what I got to do. Do you not think that makes a difference or no?
Say that again?
Do you think that makes a difference or no?
No, it definitely does. It definitely does. And if we're going to get somebody, I do agree, get somebody with leadership skills back there.
Right. Okay. Spoon, you got anything for our guy here? What you call
No. I like what he's. I like what he said. Get somebody back there with some leadership. That would definitely help out. At the end of the day, listen, coaches coach. Players gotta do what the coaches ask. Sometimes he's not a good play at all, and that's the thing with Thompson. We all Cowboy Nation. We all felt a little swervy about when they were saying that Thompson was having a good camp over Ha. Nobody want to see Thompson out there. And look, we in week 3, and we already know we don't feel good about it. We want that replaced.
Right.
So,
no offense about it. Hey, line's still open now on 399-1015. Call in. We'll get you on the air. We're going to talk about it. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, look, the coaching staff still helped that secondary in the second half. Outside of outside the last one, who was covering, who ended up being the guy tackling DK in the end zone? Who was the Spoon? Who was that guy? It was Thompson.
Excuse me. Yeah, right.
It was Thompson.
I was trying to go back to the last touchdown.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God.
At the end of the day, even with the first touchdown, when it was between Woods and again, coaches coach. They're gonna call the plays, but it's up to the players to execute it. And the thing is, you may not be a good player. That's what it is. I have no issues with the coaching staff right now because at the end of the day, they're doing their best. Injuries does hurt. And sometimes you got to have there's a reason. Like, it's like Mike Nolan said last week. There's a reason why certain guys are backups, and there's a reason why we don't want to see those backups. You just keep it 100, and that's what it is. Listen, they made adjustments. Hey, Zach Martin to tackle. You know what's funny about that, BJ? You've been talking about that for last couple of years. That was something right before when we had issues with the offensive line that Garrett himself couldn't do. And look what happened. Look what happened. They did it. And guess what? Things went okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Make adjustments. Hopefully, they can build on that and hopefully bring in another safety to play in Thompson's spot. I'm hoping that. Or not, let Donovan Wilson give him a chance.
Here's why, man. I mean, kiss the baby. Apparently, Donovan Wilson's not going to play. We got a call in coming in here.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead and say your name, brother.
Hey, man, this Shiva, man.
All right, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee in the building.
Yes,
what
sir.
can we do for you? What you got? Get it off your chest, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm really not even mad at the game, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, because we made the necessary adjustments, you know what I'm saying, in the third quarter. And when you said that 4th and 3, when we played zone, I literally screamed at the TV, why in the hell we playing zone?
Killed us.
That's the play for me. They killed the momentum, and we really couldn't even get away from third down. That hurt with all those penalties. But as far as offense gonna be fine. The defense, man, really just, you know what I'm saying, more consistent pressure up front.
Right.
But as far as the safeties, man, we really gonna need somebody that's a true ball hawk back there. You know what I'm saying? Keep everything in front. Man, that's pretty much it. As far as those haters out there, you know what I'm saying? Like Larry.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hey, man, no ifs or buts about it. I mean, you're absolutely right, brother. At the end of the day, like I said, when I left up out of my particular sports bar, if you will, when I got up out of there, I was like, man, low key, I'm not really mad about this. I watched my coaching staff do what they got to do, and I understand. Look, Cheetah Bay's gone, Brown's gone, LVE's gone, Lee's gone, Collins gone, Smith gone. I don't like Cam Irvin. I think he's trash, but he ain't played on the field. He's gone. You know, at the end of the day, hey, it matters. And you went against possibly the best team playing right now, maybe Green Bay. We'll see what Green Bay does against New Orleans. But outside of that, you went up probably against the best team in the NFC, and you went toe-to-toe.
You went toe-to-toe. Feel good about it.
I think everybody's going to get off the gas a little bit, understand that this – let me ask you this while I got you here, Tennessee. Let me ask you this. Would Garrett ever took Zach Martin and kicked him out the tackle?
Most definitely not.
Hey, look, hey, brother, and there it is. At the end of the day, man, I appreciate the call as always. Spoon, what you think about my guy from Tennessee?
Oh no, listen, he very good spot. He very good things. End of the day, like I said, you know, you got to feel good going forward about what we're saying. Rome was not built overnight, right? This is something where I feel good about it. Okay, nobody likes to lose. Don't like it. You know, right now, we want to be playing We Them Boys right now, the way I would always do it. But at the same time, we went toe-to-toe with the best team in the NFC. You went toe-to-toe with the best quarterback in the NFC. Well, best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. 1A, 1B with Pat Mahomes. At the end of the day, we made him look very uncomfortable, and we didn't have everybody. We got some guys coming back. We didn't have no Cheeto. We didn't have Randy Gregory. So I know when that time comes, when all these guys come back,
Donald Walker,
a different team going forward.
Hey, look, Donald Walker with the mean comment here. With the mean comment, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Real quick. If you want to vent, come on, call in. We got you. Volume good on my speakerphone. Y'all got that? Everybody, Spoon, you hearing it good enough?
Yeah, we get straight. It's great.
All right, let me throw it out there. Let me talk about St. Clowney. There's that. Hold on. Let me come to the next one. It's a two-parter for Mr. Walker. We paid him to be a war daddy. He plays the run. And you know what? I defended him last year on that, Walker. Me and Mary both did. Now, I don't know where Maria's going to be at. We'll find out Tuesday. I'll ask her this question. Tune in. I promise I'll ask her. Mm-hmm. Hey, low-key, I'm a little bit out now. I defended him all last year, all off season, 3 games in. Whenever I watched week 1, let me be clear. When I watched week 1 and I saw Alden pop, in week 1, I said, hey, man, extend Alden Smith now. Well, people, hey, Spoon, people kind of clown me a little bit, right? People kind of said, "Oh,
yeah, I got the same thing."
Yeah,
the same, yeah.
And now here we are later. There's no way in hell that a guy that hasn't played football for 5 years, half a decade, shows up and outplays your $100 million guy. And now here we are. Look, whether they gave him the half a sack or not, he had 3 sacks today. Period. Now, some people say, oh, well, maybe it was coverage, maybe it was this. Where was D-Law's coverage sacks? I don't know. I know he got hurt last week, and it's cool, and I understood that. But again, I literally watched Alden Smith get double teamed and get through double teams and continuously make plays. I'm not trying to hear it no more. Like D-Law, and I went through this. I mean, me, Spoon, I asked you this question off camera during the week, and I did this to some other people at Cowboys Nation, and I want to hear this from everybody that's here right now. Give it a like, give it a share, keep people in here. I want to hear what y'all got to think about this question here. How many $100 million defensive players are in the league, Spoon? How many?
Ooh, 100 million, max.
I mean, D-Law's 1.
Yeah, D-Law's 1. You have Khalil Mack. You have
Will Mack's 2.
Yeah, J.J. Watt's been there.
At times, yeah.
3. You have
Aaron Donald.
You got Aaron Donald. You have Frank Clark from the Chiefs. You have
no, I don't think Clark got the $100 million.
Yeah, $100 million. He got hired. He signed the same time as D-Lo, but a day later.
Okay.
Same time.
Okay. All right.
That's what I remember.
Have you seen D-Law be J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, or Khalil Mack-esque?
Not at all. Not at all.
Again, I look, I like D-Law.
Yeah.
I think D-Law is a $60 to $80 million player. If you hit $100 million, you should be doing what Alden Smith is doing right now, 5 years removed from the league, and just walked in and showed up and said, hey, here I am. Better yet, here's the other thing that kind of turned my thought process when it comes to D-Law. It was the quote from Alden Smith this week.
Mm-hmm.
Changing, simplifying. We're only 2 weeks in. Let's all this other stuff. Meanwhile, you had the Everson Griffin talking about we got to change it. The Jalen Smith saying, oh, we're simplifying it, whatever the case may be. Again, Alden Smith kind of seems like the $100 million guy. And, I don't like to say that. And look, and I hope, D-Law is great against the run, for sure, as Walker said right above that. But you don't pay a run stopper $100 million at the end. I mean, that's case in point, period, point blank. But with that being said, the Cowboys, funny. L 38-31, Spoon, I got you. Hold on. You going next. We took the L 38-31. And then with that being said, if you got a comment, question, whatever you want to do, go ahead. We got the lines open. Vent 399-1015, area code 903. Go ahead and give it a call, and I will get you on air. Period, point blank. Just go ahead and jump.
I think Alden Smith is top 5 in sacks right now, up to week 3. Right now. And here's another thing. I don't know if anybody caught it, but when Alden Smith went to the sideline, how they showed a clip of how the coaches just embrace him, all the coaching staff. They seen it. He's basically doing the thing out there. This guy here is like he never left. And it's like I said last week, when the question was asked about pick a player that can make a change, we've seen it. We are seeing it. And guess what? He's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. And now going forward with D-Law, how he's now playing up to standard, Why should we make the scheme around D-Law? Why don't we just go and do what was great for Aldon Smith? Because he's the one doing the work. And I know when Randy Gregory comes back in October, he could do the same thing on the opposite side.
Yeah.
He could in that 3.
Let's get to the call. I think I know this area code. I do believe this is my brother up there in Canada. Tell your name, tell him where you're from. Who's checking in?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Sid.
Sid's in the building.
Yo, I just want to call in, man, and show you guys some love. You guys do big things to, the NFL and, what you guys do on Star Gang. Big shout out to my man, Spoonie, man. Spoonie, you got to be on the show soon, man. Stop ducking me.
Spoonie.
No doubt.
All right, he said no doubt. What you got? You got a comment or a question real quick, though, brother?
Yo, listen, I just want to ask you guys one thing, and it's something that I forgot to bring on our post game today.
Okay.
And this is a question for Spoonie too. A lot of people saying, was Mike McCarthy the right move for the Dallas Cowboys? Because what we're seeing from him in the last 3 weeks, he's making some weird decisions. So what do you guys think about that, man? Do you guys think that he was the right move, and you think that Jerry Jones rushed to get us a coach?
I appreciate it, Sid. All right, so there it is, Spoon. Mike McCarthy, was he the right hire? We're 3 weeks in. We're 12 quarters in to the season. Was Mike McCarthy the right hire for the Dallas Cowboys? What do you think?
I believe so, 100%. End of the day, listen, I always want to judge a coach when we're in a hole, and what does the coach do? Today showed that. Again, going back to the Atlanta game a couple of years ago, when Dak was getting sacked 7 times, we made no adjustments. Even after halftime, they just stood there. When it comes to McCarthy, he's very aggressive. He believes in the talent that he has. That's the one thing that we all basically was, screaming about. And look, even today's game against the best team in the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks, look at the adjustments. We lost Blake Jarwin. Look at Schultz. Look at Cedric Wilson. He's not scared to use any player at all. And he's always going to be aggressive. We could have won the game today. There was a lot of key mistakes, no doubt about it. But when you're going back and forth with the team, you can say that we could have won this game. And at the end of the day, this team's going to get better and better and better. Right now, we went from scoring 17 points in the first game of the season to 40 last week, and we scored 31 today. And again, there was a lot of missed points, like field goal miss.
Extra point.
Those add up. So who knows? McCarthy, in my opinion, was the best hire, especially for what was available at the time. I think they're going to get better. We expected this. I know BJ had called this before the season started. That expect some sloppy football, especially from the defensive side, until it gets better. Aldon Smith, he's doing his thing. The front seven play a little bit better than the last 2 games. The secondary is the issue right now. Listen, if they can make a move and do something to improve those areas in the secondary, I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be okay. Seattle is – listen.
I got to jump in there because you said something, and I want to key in on that.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question. Are they going to make a move in the secondary?
I think so. I think Jerry Jones, they're going to have a meeting, and I believe they're going to say, listen, enough's enough. End of the day, it's about winning right now. We can't go off and bypass players for petty things for what we hear. We got to give it a shot. You got to give it a chance. That's the only way you can. That's the only way you can see it. And today in that secondary.
Hold on, Spoon. My guy Tom Denver says D-Law Anthony Spencer right now.
That's wrong. That's wrong, Tom. That's the wrong time.
We give a new shout out today to my guy Brian.
Being me right now.
Beard Gang is in the building, says we needed to change from Garrett. Hey, look, and we got to change. Again, we watched in-game changes happen. Hence why I'm a little okay. I'm a little okay. You know, it's only 3 weeks in. Bada bing, bada boom, though. Look, at the end of the day, we're 1-2. We're tied for the lead in the division currently, low key. I guess the team of Washington has a smidge of a lead because they beat the Eagles. But I mean, hey, we're 1-2, and we got to figure it out. We got to get healthy. I definitely know that. We got to get healthy. I mean, you're missing two cornerbacks. You're missing 2 linebackers. You're missing 3 offensive tackles. And look, nobody wants to really call a spade a spade. You got Nick's will. You lost Travis Frederick this offseason. You're going with Looney. Looney got banged up. You're trying to play a rookie that you got. I mean, there's just a lot of things happening. I do want to ask a question, and let me ask this to everybody that is here in Cowboys Nation and Stargang affiliates. I want y'all's answers as well in the comment section. I want to put these up, but I want to ask my guy Spoon for sure about this right here. Do we need to put an APB out for Connor McGovern? Didn't we spend a 3rd-round pick on him? Yes. Right? I mean, am I wrong? That I 3rd-round pick on Connor McGovern.
Mm-hmm.
Is he just a bust? I know he was hurt last year. I get that. I said, well, that's fine. IR, come through, get your workout, get your strength up. We're here now. Bro, he can't get on the field. Did we waste a 3rd-round pick on the other Connor, a.k.a. McGovern, a.k.a. Penn State? Did we do that? And as Spoon enters that in this Cowboys Nation, hits us with those damn questions, call in, vent, or ask your question, 903-399-1050. Connor McGovern, APB time? Is it time to put an APB out?
I think so. I think so. Listen, that was the one guy that we have said that will be a start on this whole line. And I don't, we didn't hear much about him during the offseason at training camp. And it's like Connor Williams is really bad. I mean, really, really bad. He's playing out of position. He's a tackle. It's not like La'el Collins, who played guard for us. And La'el Collins is a way better player. But it's like, what's wrong with, between Connor McGovern and Donovan Wilson, those are the 2 guys that I really, really would love to ask Mike McCarthy, what's the deal with those 2? Why are they not on the field at all? What's the issue?
Call back, Rush, if it's busy. I'm sitting here. It's not ringing yet. The line's getting blown up. Just keep calling and I'll get you in. I don't know, man. I haven't seen him. I mean, again, and I see a lot of people out here with Connor Williams is not the answer at left guard. Since let me be clear, unequivocally forever, I have literally told everybody since we drafted Connor Williams, he's not a guard.
Nah.
He's not. He's a tackle. Put him in tackle. Call it a day. I don't understand. Literally, I do not understand why they continuously put him at guard. I don't get it. I don't think Connor Williams is a bad player. I literally don't. I just think they're playing him out of position.
Right.
I mean, that's the other Connor. As far as guard, center, guard, we're talking about the interior of this offensive line. My goodness, you spend a 3rd-round pick and Connor McGovern can't even sniff the field? Man, that's not a stain on this regime. Maybe last regime, or I mean, even if you want to talk about, Willie McClay and maybe he missed here, something just really wrong there. Not good, man. I mean, it's just not good. But they were able in the second half to adjust. Zach Martin to right tackle, shift Looney, put Tyler Badass, Tyler Badass, what I'm going to call him, from Wisconsin back there in center, and things kind of leveled out. The problem on the defensive side of the ball, we don't have nobody at safety to level this thing out, and we got to figure it out. We got to. Like, low-key for me, offensively, I put Connor at right tackle, I put Zach Martin at left tackle, and I figured out the interior is what I would. Yeah. And I'm done with it. Although I don't want to disrespect Knight. Brandon Knight has done an adequate job.
Yeah, he's doing things
better last week than this week, I think, by Smith. I'll go back. I'll get the all 22. I will watch the game again to look and give a good proper grade on him. But I still think Brandon Knight's done a pretty damn good job at left tackle this week. But I'll go back and look. But I know Zach Martin will play left tackle. It's not a problem. I know Connor Williams can play right tackle, not a problem. And then we'll figure it out. We got a call coming in. How's it going? State your name and where you from, brother.
BJ, Spoonie, it's Rush. What's up, brother?
Oh, Rush Hunter's in the building, Spoon.
Rush.
What's up? Hey, Spoonie, I'm waving to you, by the way, all right? You know I'm calling from Connecticut.
You right there.
Man, you know, I have no complaints about – well, I do have some complaints, but, you know, that the offense played very, very well today, okay? I'm questioning the screen passes towards the end of the game, but, hey, you know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with Route 33 out, that's the last time I'll ever say it.
Okay. We got it on record. Rush will never, ever say Route 33. 5880 area code. I see you. Give it a few minutes. Call back. Go ahead, Rush.
But, you know, with Jamal Adams out, okay, McCarthy should have attacked that secondary. Go at that secondary. Stop throwing the little short passes. Stop throwing the screen passes. Attack that secondary. I mean, Jamal Adams was a thorn in our side today. I mean, he was blitzing just about every other play. And once he pulled his groin, okay, it's like, go at him. Throw the ball. You know what I'm saying, BJ?
Yeah. No, Rush. I feel. Here's my thing. And here's where my layover is a little bit. Rush, I'm going to keep going just a little bit longer because I want to hear your thoughts on this real quick.
Okay.
My little layover on this is my problem. We know what Zeke is. And look, and we appreciate before today, Zeke has been angry. He's been like the rookie 2016. He's been eating. And sometimes you do have to tip your cap to the other team. On the ground, man, they neutralized our running game. Give them credit. They did that. So the coaching staff, and when I say coaching staff, I'm going to talk about this guy, this offensive coordinator, the only holdover from the Garrett staff that feels emboldened some way. Okay, well, Zeke's not winning on the ground. Well, I just got to get him involved. And there was too much of those screen passes. If your offensive line is kind of shoddy, how are they going to go and be aggressive and be in space and go do screens? I don't understand that. But again, Zeke wasn't winning on the run. They're like, well, damn, we can't forget Zeke. We got to get him involved somewhere. Let's throw him screens. To me, it was dumb. It was very dumb. Dak should have stayed cooking. If you want Zeke to get the ball, forget the screens. Put him in give me the Texas, the angle out of the backfield, something else outside of just screens. What do you think there, Rush?
I agree with you 100%. Something besides screens. I mean, yes, they stopped the run, you know, and I mean, the O-line, they were doing their thing. Dak was a little rushed and everything, but it's like you got to create plays. Okay?
Got to do something. I think for sure in the second half, Rush, I'm going to hang up here. Appreciate your call, brother. We're good. Somebody else trying to call right now. Appreciate you, Rush. But absolutely, I do agree. Like, too many times in the second half, we try to get to these screenplays just to keep Zeke involved. And it put us behind the chains. It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? We got another call coming in. Hang on just a second. Boom. State your name. State where you're from.
Tanner, Midland.
Midland's in the building. What's going on? What you got for me?
Man, I was trying to be optimistic a little bit.
I think there's a lot of things to be optimistic about today, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. The last 2 weeks in general.
Fair enough. What you got for me? Tell us what you're optimistic about right now.
Man, we played probably one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the NFC today.
Right.
We played them tight. A few defensive.
In their house as well.
In their house in Seattle. After running back, 28-point comeback last week against one of the better offenses in the NFL. I mean, the miscues, the mistakes. We're on an awkward offseason with a whole new coaching staff outside of Kellen Moore.
Right.
Our offensive line's banged up. Our defensive secondary's banged up. And we're in the worst division in football. Let's be real. We just got to win our division. We're going to win games that the other teams in our division are not going to win.
Right.
We got all season to get straight.
Hold on.
All season.
Let me double down. We won't tie the Bengals. We'll beat the Bengals.
No, exactly. Right? I mean, we're going to win a lot of those games. And when it comes to the end of the year, that discipline's fixed. our defense is probably healthier if we haven't brought in some other free agent players. Mm-hmm. And our offense is one of the best in the league. I mean, CeeDee Lamb is coming on strong. He's a rookie. And in 3 games, he's looking like one of the top, 15 to 20 wide receivers in the league? I mean, let's all take a deep breath. Let Mike McCarthy do his thing.
Right.
Let the defensive side of the ball get straight. Let us get healthy. LVE coming back. I mean, I think we'll be all right.
Man, hold on. Say your name one more time because I didn't catch you. I know Midland. Say your name, though. What's your name? One more time for me. Tanner. My goodness, Tanner. Boy, if I could take what you just said, cop that, and spread it to Cowboys Nation. Again, if you're going to take an L, I get it. There's people say there's no such thing as a bad L. Low key, this is about as close as you get to a bad L, in my opinion. Take the time, get healthy. We'll be better at the end of the season. We're in a division where we don't have to worry about somebody running away with it. And you look at the other teams, we're going to be fine, Tanner. What you got? What's your last thoughts before you get out here for Cowboys Nation?
I will say the only thing I'm nervous about is D-Law. Star players make star plays.
Facts.
We paid him a lot of money.
Facts.
100%.
The only thing he's done is make the guy on the other side of the defensive line look really good the last 2 years.
Boom. Tanner.
In the run defense, he's been a stud, but we got to have somebody get to the passer. Russell Wilson had too much time today.
Yeah.
In situations he should have got sacked.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Tanner. I got another call, brother. Appreciate you. Stay tuned. State your name and state where you're from.
Bronx, New York.
Oh,
the BX.
Hold on. Now we got. Are we okay here, Spot? Are you over there in Brooklyn? Are we okay? Bronx is in the building. Are you okay, Brooklyn?
Yeah, we go.
All right. What's your name, Bronx?
This is Donald Walker.
Donald Walker. Oh my God, Donald Walker's in the building. Go ahead. What you got on your chest, Donald?
All right, I want to talk about Dak.
Okay, talk about Dak. Speak on it.
All right, now the way I look at it, the way I break this down, we could easily be 1-2, which we are.
Right.
We could be 0-3, and we could be 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the end of the game, right? I said it would come down to Dak versus Wilson because both defenses just didn't show up at all today, right? So when it came down to the last 2 drives and Dak had the ball and the time clock and the 3 timeouts, he got us 3 points where we needed 14, and Wilson put the ball in the end zone.
Okay.
If Dak wants to be considered part of the conversation with the A-Rods and the Wilsons and the Mahomes, he has to put the 7 on the board. He know what his defense is looking like, and he didn't deliver. And for me, he had the same opportunity in the Ram game. He had the ball, the last possession, to go tie or win the game.
A little different. Well, I mean, okay, but the Ram game, he did deliver. Hold on, let's be clear. He did deliver. Now that call though, come on now. But
Gallup beat Ramsey.
Ramsey, like that call. I mean, he delivered against the Rams. The Rams are the refs. It is what it is, right? So I don't want to talk about that. But now since I got you here, Donald. Okay, did what you got to do, so on and so forth. But you know what? Here's what. And look, right? Because neither one of those guys, Russ, and I was on a post game show with a couple of Seahawks fans that said, "Well, Dak is really good, but he's the great value Russell Wilson." Okay, fair enough. Well, did Russell Wilson's team fumble the ball on a kickoff and recover it on the 1 and give up a safety? No. Whoa. Wait now. We gotta be like you want to talk about the last 2 drives. I want to talk about the entire game though. Okay. Now let's be clear. So did Dak miss an extra point? Did Dak get an extra point blocked? I don't think so. Okay. Well, let's keep going now. Hold on. Let's keep going. The thing that you're supposed to do is get your team to lead. You were down 15, 30-15. You got the lead. Your defense had them on a 4th and 3. the defense gets paid as well. We got $100 million on $100 million guy on defense, and they didn't stop him, right?
Right.
So how is that Dak's fault?
I just want to add on.
Hold on, Smoke. Go ahead, finish that, Donald, for me.
Right. That goes back to my point, where at the end of the game, is you knew it was going to come down to two gunslingers. If Dak wants to be the $40 million man,
okay, which he's going to be. He's going to be.
Which he's going to probably be because we don't have no other alternative. He has to deliver those wins. Those type of games is what put you at 13-3 versus 9-7, a wild card. Now you got to go on the road to win 2 games, and that's difficult. You need the bye week, you need home field. And those type of games, he has to deliver. Now, in 2016, he delivered. He won those tight games. But the last year and so far this year, he's coming up short. And I don't understand. If he has full control of his
bro, he's thrown for almost 900 yards the last 2 weeks.
Hey, BJ, I want to add on.
Hold on. Get Spoon a chance. I want to keep you on. Good conversation. I'm gonna keep you on. Go ahead, Spoon.
Dak Prescott leads the NFL since 2016 with the most comeback. The difference between Russell Wilson today and Dak was that his teammates, especially on defense, put him in a hole. He did have a team to have the lead. Russell Wilson's teammates didn't. At the end of the day, Dak is still trying. The team is still trying to get comfortable with the coaching staff as far as the play calls and X, Y, and Z. But Russell Wilson, he's been with this team for how long? Years. This team right here, that we play today, is the best team in the NFL. And on top of that, they gelled, they've been together, they won together. The Dallas Cowboys team right now, we're dealing with injuries and major parts, a lot of mental mistakes. That puts your quarterback at risk all the time. And at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be proud of Dak Prescott because at the end of the day, there was a time in the game that we had the lead. And what the defense do on a 4th and 3, they messed up. That could have been if we would have had that stop.
Yeah,
the ball would have been in our hands, run the clock out.
Yeah, and I will give Donald credit here.
Yeah.
And I will give and here's where you got to keep it a buck when it comes to Dak. You can't throw that interception at the end of the first half. You can't do it. You just can't. It's a bad throw. Look, it's a bad throw. It was bad placement. It was bad placement by him. Now, Coop didn't run the best route. I don't care about that route. At the end of the day, you can't throw that ball where Dak threw it. That's the problem. That was a problem. And what did it get him? It didn't get him 3. It got him 7. Look. If we check down, don't score. If you take 7 off the board, the game's tied. Cowboys kick a field goal, we win. So I do understand, like, Dak's not just oblivious to blame. And this is the problem with the Dak lovers and the Dak haters. Like, Dak haters want to give him too much, too much hate or too much, we lost because of Dak. And the Dak lovers want to say, well, he did everything, whatever the case may be. No, Dak deserves blame. That interception, interception in the half, you can't have that. You just can't. But when you talk about play calling and different things during the game, there's issues there. But yeah, no, I'm with you, Donald. Again, he's got to come.
I want to hit on something Spoonie said, right?
All right, go ahead.
Spoonie said something about Wilson's been in this offense for the last 8 or 9 years, right?
Well, 3. And I'll pivot that. Actually, it's about 3 years with 3 or I think it's 3. It's either 3 or 4 with Schottenheimer now, right?
Well, one of the reasons why Mike retained Moore was so Dak could continue his continuity in this offense. They haven't really dramatically changed the offense at all. It's still pretty much the same offense. So at some point in his 5th year, when he come down the stretch and he see a play call sent into him and he sees the defense and what the defense is giving him, Seattle adjusted after Adams left the game.
Right.
What they did was they played the safeties deep
to
give them help on the outside.
Thanks.
So you have the whole middle of the field open.
Okay.
From the halfway through the 4th quarter to the game ended. At some point, a super
star who wants to get paid like that has to say, look, this is what we're going to do. Schultz, CD, you're going to go down the seam, and we're going to attack this defense over the middle.
Right.
We got 3 timeouts. Let's go. We went for no chunk
plays. Whoa. What? But wait, though. Let me go ahead. Walk it out.
We didn't go for any chunk plays on that last drive until the interception. Everything was check down to Z. With 3 timeouts, you have an opportunity to attack the middle of that zone.
But they were be clear, they were playing prevent though. He had to check down on the very last drive. Everybody was all the way back. He had to check it down and go. But I do agree but before that drive and where you had me was, I do agree on the seams. But again, we saw Dalton Schultz almost give an interception because he didn't run the angle route the right way. So he doesn't attack the middle the right way. We're doing too much with CeeDee Lamb. Let's be clear. And nobody's going to say this. Your guy Nix is going to say it right now. We're doing too much with CeeDee Lamb. Double reverses, end arounds, wide receiver screens. No. Let CeeDee Lamb – look, I just watched Cole Beasley up in Buffalo get 6 catches for like 106 yards. Let him be in the slot, go attack the slot. Julian Edelman just did it last week for 138 or 48 yards at the middle of the field and do it the right way. It was too much. And that's why I said during the game, I'm doubling down tonight, and I will for sure double fist come Tuesday. Mike McCarthy will have to unequivocally snatch play calling from Kellen Moore sooner than later.
Hey, BJ, I wanted to add on to
somebody here, Donald. Thank you so much.
BJ,
hey, lines are open. Call in and vent, like it, share it, keep moving around. Let's go. Go ahead, Spoon.
No, I wanted to add on to that too as far as Kellen Moore. Remember, Kellen Moore's play call just started last year, and it was up and down. Some games he was calling the play. Some games they were saying he was calling Garrett's offense. So again, Kellen Moore now Dak Prescott right now is playing under Kellen Moore's playbook. He's never played under his playbook, but a couple of games last year with the soap opera drama. I just want to add that in there.
Time with that there now, though. There's too much time in there now. Like Dak knows the playbook and the calls. It is what it is. Like the only thing that I saw today where Dak made an adjustment, and then Kellen, I think this was the second quarter, and Kellen ran. I think he ran a deep post instead of the comeback. You know, and there was the issue. You know what I mean? Right. So, my boy Jose Santiago said, with Seattle defense playing the way they were at the end of the last drive, Dak was going to have to make a very difficult throw for us to score. I would have liked to see him make one of those throws. I mean, sure, but I mean, you started the drive, got all the way down. Let me get it up here real quick also. I mean, you saw him start the drive, got all the way down there, you know, and then we had issues, you know, some things happened, some penalties or whatever. And then again, I'll still go back to any average quarterback, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz, Daniel Jones, hell, even Jared Goff.
Right.
And the very last play we threw the interception, it would have been a sack and probably game over at that point. We were out of timeouts. He got out of it. He's like, you know what? Let me take the shot, and he got intercepted. You know, sure, maybe throw it out of bounds, line back up and throw the Hail Mary. But, I mean, either way, it was going to be what it was.
Right.
And as Nelson said, low-key, Linehan, Garrett, it is what it is. We saw Linehan in college, right? He coaches LSU? Like, he's obviously for LSU. How did that work for him in college this weekend? You know, I agree with this with Mendoza. Again, super mod for the Star Game page and group. Appreciate you, Mendoza. More designed rollouts and runs for Dak.
Yep, 100%.
I agree because especially on the last play, he broke all the tackles before he threw the ball. To me, I thought there was a ton of yardage he could have got and got out of bounds to set us up. But magically, magician broke away and just said, damn it, I'm throwing it. But I agree. I think as I talked about it with the Seahawks fans, and as they call Dak the great value, I don't like saying it, great value Russell Wilson. I think there's too many times during the game. If I could change one thing about Dak, I think there's too many times in the game that Dak could use his legs that are beneficial.
Right.
But neither here nor there. Spoon, let me ask you this. Phone lines are open. 903-399-1015. Give it a like, give it a share. Star Game Podcast. It's a YouTube page. Subscribe. Hit the notification button. We're live there. We'll get your comments up here either way, Facebook or YouTube. Star Game is the Facebook group. Hit the join. We'll get you in. Star Game page. You can just like and follow it. If you're on the live, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. We definitely go live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. But Mariella doesn't mess with me and Spoon. You never know where we're going to be on. So make sure you tune in, get the content. Lines are open. The Note 20 Ultra is supercharged. Go ahead, call in, vent. We got you. Spoon. I'm gonna fill my cup up. Talk to the people. I know you. I know you had that point. Go for it.
Listen. Nobody likes to lose. We all like to watch our team win. We want to brag on. We want to brag to the other fan base and stuff like that. Especially where the other team lost in the division. But like I said, you gotta you gotta feel pretty good about what we saw today offensively against the best team in the NFC, in my opinion, the best quarterback, in my opinion. All 1A, 1B with Pat Mahomes. You got to feel good, and we didn't have our full all our players. We didn't have LVE, we didn't have Cheeto, we don't have Granny Gregory, we don't got Tyron Smith, we don't have a lot of Collins. We're missing a lot of good pieces, a lot of good starters. I feel that this team is going to gel together when everybody comes back, especially when they get more familiar with the coaching staff, with the play call and stuff like that. I still feel that the team management, they should address that secondary by bringing somebody in. Again, I don't want to hear this week at 105.3 or another channel, Stephen Jones or Jerry Jones or Mike McCarthy say we're gonna go within. I don't want to hear that. Stephen Jones has come out and say we like to make noise at midnight when nobody expected. It's like Everson Griffin. Well, it's time to do that. If you don't want to do it by tomorrow, do it by Tuesday. You need to do it ASAP because the secondary is atrocious. And here's the thing. We're going to face way better offenses than what we face today. Way better down the line. Way better. Way better wide receivers. I mean, we got the Browns next week.
Okay.
Game, wide receivers.
Sounds good, but either way, we got a call in the building. State your name, state where you're from.
Danny from Santa Monica, California.
Santa Monica. Danny's in the building. What you got for us?
Listen, we're 1-2 this year. So what happens from here then? What are we gonna do?
I mean, at the end of the day, but you got a lot. Okay, well, appreciate the call. Hold on. At the end of the day, we're going to line up. We got Cleveland at 1:00 next week, and go out there and get a win. Spoon. What are we going to do for my guy Danny in Santa Monica? Right, where we 1-2, we pivot from here, right?
Yeah, we going back home, take care of business.
All right, we're at home. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Who's in the building? State your name. Say where you're from.
Yo, this Chevy calling back in from Memphis.
All right, Memphis. What you got for me?
Yeah, man. Just kind of piggyback off what one of the callers said earlier. Man, it's this season. It's not going to be. Today's game was not to be mad at, just a learning experience. But by week 6, I think the defense is going to gel like they should, especially defensive line. I kind of can understand what D-Law and Everson Griffin going through from a 3-point stance to a 2-point stance, taking away a lot of power.
Right.
Alden Smith been in a 3-4 defense. I can see why he's comfortable. Hey, but the man got 6 sacks already at the end for 3 games already.
Big facts.
Y'all got to step it up. Everson Griffin got to step it up. But I would love to see, man, more blitz packages at least. If you're going to dumb it down, still send more blitz packages.
No doubt.
But, like, Jalen, man, you got to come with it. It's more mental. The game is more mental than physical, actually. So, for some of the players week to say they got to dumb it down, and Alden said that he was comfortable, is I think by week 6, maybe week 8, the defense going to look like it the way it should. But most definitely need a safety.
No doubt.
End of the day.
No doubt. Appreciate that. For sure. Appreciate that, Tennessee. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, he's right. And, you know, it's something we preached on the live shows leading into the season and going forward. Hey, this defense will be better later in the season than earlier, for sure. But, you know, the one thing that we can't have happen, I mean, and we got to be honest with ourselves, outside of a spectacular play from Diggs, the score is 45-31. Low key. 310, Danny, I saw you calling. We had the call on. Jump back on. I'll get you back on again. But, yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, bruh, I mean, we've preached about safety. Man, look, let me dive in here. Mendoza's been here since year 1. Brian, my beard game brother's been here since year 1. Jose Santiago, I think, has been around since. Nelson's been around for a long time. Last year, Mary Ella with the bleach in her eyes statement about Heath. We preached about safety. And look, it was on display today. I mean, it was on display, period. I mean, you can't hide from it, you know.
Hey, DJ, Stargate also had I put up a petition.
True.
A petition. We've been needing a safe thing since the last couple of years. Chops, Rush, Norton, Buddha, you know, Mendoza, Santiago, Brian Dubu. I mean, everybody. We've been saying safety. So I hope that this was the last straw and upper management would take it more seriously then and address it.
Yeah, I mean, agreed.
Listen, I remember Mendoza.
We got to call. Say your name, say where you're from, brother. I think this is Danny back.
Danny from Santa Monica.
Come on, Santa Monica. I got you. Come on. I had to get you back on. I cut you off a little soon. We had another call coming in. Go ahead. What's your next statement?
Listen, we're 1-2 this year. What's going on? Where are we going to go from here?
I mean, we're going to Cleveland at 1 o'clock on Sunday and try to get to 2-2.
That's not what I meant.
Okay, what you mean? Do what?
We're 1-2 this year.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we go to playoffs this year then?
Well, I mean, my God, there's 13 games left.
So which games are important for us, though? That's the thing.
One games
are not important. One games are important for us to go to the playoffs.
No, I mean, every game is important.
Yeah. Basically, what you want is you want to win your division. And if you look at the division right now, to make you feel comfortable and good about it, they're not playing very well as well. And I think, in my opinion, we have more talent. We're the most talented team in the division. We're not broken up with a lot of issues like the other teams are. So before we talk about playoffs, the number one thing we got to do is win the division first. And once we get the division win, and then we secure a playoff spot, then we go forward, one step at a time.
Yeah,
but I feel good about it.
And as Spoon just said there to you, is you got 6 games: 2 versus the team in Washington, 2 versus the Giants, and 2 versus the Eagles. You have to win the majority of those games, and the rest will take care of itself.
Right.
The game today, was that important for us?
I mean, for sure. I mean, no. I mean, it's a conference. I mean, if you lose a game in the NFC, I mean, if you're an NFC team, if you lose a game, obviously you would like to lose it in the AFC because when you get to positioning as far as playoffs and whatnot, if you take an L within the conference, not your division, but within the conference, it has a little bit more weight. Yeah, you don't – I mean, today's L, isn't great per se, but it's not a reason to jump off a cliff, though, either, if you understand.
So that wasn't important for us then?
I mean, it was less important than the Eagles, Giants, or the Washington team. Like, it's not as important as those, for sure.
So it wasn't important for us today?
Well, no, I mean, every game is important. You want to win as many games as you can, my guy from Sena.
We lost two games in a row.
No, we lost one. We won one. We lost one.
Yeah, I know. We won one. We lost two.
Yeah, but we didn't lose two in a row, though, my guy.
So what does that mean for us then?
Right now, right now, it means nothing. We're 1-2, and we're tied for the division lead. Appreciate the call. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, that guy. I mean, if you don't understand 1-2 or divisional games, I'm not really sure what we can do there for you. Man, I wish that a lot of fans watch all 22. I mean, I'll be there early as soon as it hits. I do it all the time. All 22 is really good, but I mean, that's a different level. As it boils down to it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to scroll back here because we got a lot of comments that I haven't hit on yet. Low key though, phone line's still open. We were up to a hundo. We're down to the 26, 27 now. We're still going to be here for another. What you got, Spoon? 30? We got another 30 minutes in us. What you think?
Yeah, we got another 30 minutes. Fine.
We got another 30. Phone lines is open. Go right ahead. Let me get in here. Oh, my God, our guy Norton. I'm trying not to get pissed.
Listen, Norton knows. But I'd say, like I said, I wouldn't jump off the cliff. We still got a lot of games to go. I feel good about the offense. Let's see what management do this week to try to make some changes.
Okay,
this Martin thing, it definitely got me believe they're going to do something.
All right, Spoon, because you've said that a couple of times now. So you really think they're going to bring somebody in?
Yeah, I believe so. Whether it's a free agent or trade, it's going to be. I'm not saying it's going to be a high caliber play. I remember Mendoza. He put up a great point a couple of weeks ago. He mentioned Tony Jefferson, but a trade he used Keanu O'Neal from Atlanta, and I remember Keanu O'Neal was in talks 2 years ago prior, when they wanted to get rid of him. So I like that idea for Mendoza, and he's been talking about that for every time we talk about safety. I mean, look. We all know at the time Jamal Adams was the most popular thing. We know Earl Thomas right now is the most popular thing. But there are other safeties out there that could really do well for this team, other than better than what Darian Thompson is right now. So that's one of the ideas I like for Mendoza. Go for Keanu O'Neal or sign Tony Jefferson if you don't want to mess with Earl Thomas. I like to even go for Taylor Rapp. That's one guy. Another guy being mentioned.
Let me be clear. Because I watched the Buffalo Rams game, bro. Okay. Rapp was out there, bro. You're not getting Rapp. Good. I'm going to tell you right now. Rapp was out there all game long. It is what it is. Rams almost went back in. They were down 28-3 at half. Came all the way back to take the lead, 32-28 late, and then lost it. But yeah, Rapp's no. I mean, is Keanu O'Neal up for grabs? I don't know what that is. So I don't. Your guy Knicks right there. I don't deal in maybe this and that unless I hear something. I look what's available, and look and call in and let me know what you think's available. Bro, I don't. Again, we've been doing this for Jesus Christ. I don't know over close to 2 months now. Every week, couple times a week. I mean, we already know. Rush Hunter, I absolutely agree. Trash can punch. He is a special. I think he's really good on special teams. definitely should not be on the field. Period, point blank. Period.
What I want to know is,
like, Thompson, bro, he is trash. I'm sorry.
That's why I want to know how bad was HaHa at camp.
Again,
how bad was he at camp?
I don't know. But again, I don't care. Look, and I've seen a lot of this today on Twitter, on Facebook. I think some on this chat as well. I've seen a lot of this today. Well, Earl's not going to fix the defense. That's fine.
Right.
Sure. It won't be worse. I don't care who you add. You cannot tell me, look, nobody can sit me down and tell me that Earl Thomas, Tony Jefferson, Eric Reed, old man 36-year-old Rashad Jones, you can't tell me that, look, here's the only way I want to disagree with this coaching staff. You can't tell me, Clinton Dix is worse than Darius Thompson and what we got at safety right now. You cannot tell me with a straight face, and I believe you. Period, point blank. Like, bro, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Right. Give it a like, give it a share. We're back up. Well, I thought it was out of here. We're back up to 35 again. Wowzers. Look, the game happened. I'm not too mad about it. Spoon, low key, I'm kind of surprised. My guy.
Right.
Thought you'd be a little more upset, but you're not. But let us know. Sound off. Come on, 903-399-1015. Jump on here. Let us get it out there. Questions, comments, whatever you got. Man, call up, dial in. We'll get it on here. Me and Spoon will react to it for sure.
Yeah, BJ. I was pretty cool today. It didn't, again, I see the improvement going on. I feel good about what it seemed to be at. We challenged. We went to the best team in the NFC. We went to their house, and we played against them. And you know what? I know they don't want to see us again. They don't want to see us again. Listen, imagine if we would have had OVE, Randy Gregory, Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins, Cheeto. It could have been a different game. We have all our horses, and that's cool. And that's cool. Penalties, little mental error, mistake. We only in week 3. Put it this way: I'm not trying to compare the Cowboys to other teams, but how many times have a team faced the best team in a game, lost, but when they saw them in the playoffs, it was a different turnaround? It happens. They don't want to see it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Russell Wilson was very uncomfortable. He was very uncomfortable. The announcer said it so many times. 5 touchdowns, but
Walker, I think I know the snap judgment, not looking at all 22 yet. I for sure believe Armstrong played a shit ton more than a name.
Yeah, he did.
For sure. Just going
like he snapped last year. They're bringing him on slowly.
Derek Thomas, bad play calling at the end. I think there were times within every quarter there was some bad play calling. The 5+ screens to Zeke just to get him the ball.
Yeah, that ain't like that at all.
Was very bad. I mean, with this offensive line that we have, not very good. Not very good.
I'll be honest, BJ. I wouldn't mind having Tony Pollard in some of the offensive play like that because he's much more quicker than Zeke.
Well, here's okay.
I wouldn't mind some of that, like some screenplays. Let it be the Pollard.
Let's talk about Pollard. So last week he had bringing the ball out. People bitched about it. They bitched about it, and I was like, well, he wouldn't bring it out if he got the green light. Then, the first 2 plays of the game, he got the handoffs. He was heavily involved, 2-back system,
right?
Whatever the case may be. We got to this week and fumbled the kickoff, whatever. To me, here's what I think. Here's what I think about Tony Pollard. I think Tony Pollard in an expanded role isn't good.
Okay.
Sorry. Because we asked for that last coaching staff, and look, give some credit. They never really expanded his role. This year, they expanded Tony Pollard's role. It's not been good. Let's be clear. It's not been good. So I think Now, we can talk about running the ball or being in the slot or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's something different. But what we know about, look, for anybody that's ever played sports, I don't care if you play baseball, basketball, football, hockey, soccer, I don't care what sport you ever played. Opportunity means everything. Once you get the opportunity, you got to walk. Once the door's open, you have to walk through the door.
Right.
Unequivocally, I know Tony Pollard's door's been open this year, and he has not walked through it. So 3 games in, how much longer do we leave the door open for Tony to walk through the damn door? That's kind of where I'm at there. Keep giving the call.
Yeah.
Phone's live right now, waiting on y'all. Get it off your chest. Good, bad, the ugly. Me and Spoon will respond to it and go. Spoon, you don't like it? Don't.
No, listen. With Tony Pollard, listen. I look at the game like last year against the Philadelphia Eagles when the game that we was home, and he played lights out. They didn't have my kick return last year at all. I know he's a punt returner. That's his thing. Normally it was Cedric Wilson who would be the kick returner, but he was used a lot today. So listen, he made some mistakes, but I feel that some of the play calls for Zeke, like on the screenplays, I'd rather see Tony Pollard. Why? He's very fast. He's a home run hitter. I think he could do that. I like the fact how he was playing more than two scheme last week, just to see him play. But a lot of times when you don't give a guy plays, they can be cold. I want to see him more heavily involved. He's definitely a change of pace back.
Okay. Well, I mean, Jose says I disagree that we have given him opportunity. By all means, good sir, I would love to give you opportunity. Boom, call in. Tell me how, because I see return availability anytime you want it on kickoff, right? I saw last week heavy carries early. You fumbled. Help me out and help me understand how he's not getting the opportunities. Now,
I mean,
if you don't like his opportunities, okay. But on the same token, here's what I'm going to say when it comes to Tony Pollard. Like, don't tell me I'm taking CeeDee Lamb off the field to put Tony Pollard in the slot. Stop. Full stop.
Oh, no. Listen, here's the thing. Our receiver horses right there, none of them should be coming off the field. I'm just specifically saying Zeke at certain plays. Keep him fresh. But I like Tony Pollard's I love his game. I love his speed. I love him in space. I give you a guy like a Reggie Bush or Kamara, the way they was utilized in space. That's what I want to see him. Because at the end of the day, those little screen pass Zeke was getting today and be better for that. Just in my opinion.
Right.
Put a play in there, take him out. Okay, Zeke, we got the first down, whatever. Put Zeke in the game, back in the game, and we continue going forward. I mean, little things. I'm not saying give him a whole lot of work, but just little things.
Again, I mean, as it pertains to him, and Spoon, your point that you brought up since we drafted him, how many kick returns and all that for touchdowns?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think he was never.
No. I'm just saying. When you drafted him, you said, "Hey, in college, kick returns, he did what?
He scored touchdowns, punt returns.
How many kick?
I don't know the record, but he broke the record out of Memphis.
Okay,
the record.
The kick or punt though?
Punt.
Okay, which is why we talk about and whether it was going to be Lamb or not. I'm like, well, if it's not Lamb, then Pollard. I don't know.
Yeah, of course,
I'm okay with getting Pollard the ball in space. Absolutely. However, they have given him a role to make an impact, and so far, his impact has hurt the team more than it's helped it. Period. Now, like that, hate that, disagree with that all that's fine. But it's fact that Pollard has hurt this team more than he's helped it so far.
I mean, here's the thing. Last week he had 2 carries, right? About 2 carries, he fumbled 1. That was a mistake. Zeke also fumbled last week as well. Okay, he had a bad play with the return. You're gonna have your mental errors. It's bound to happen. I still wouldn't shy away from his talent. He's a very talented player.
Okay. Hey, we got a call coming in. Hey, state your name. Oh, wait. Oh, they hung up. Hung up too soon. Naples, Florida in the building. Let me call him back real quick. Maybe there was a problem. Let me get him back. Let me get him back on. State your name and say where you're from.
It's Jose. I'm in Florida.
Naples.
Florida, yeah. I mean Fort Myers.
Fort Myers is in the building. That's what's up. Go ahead.
Nice.
Get off your chest, brother.
So 2 carries is an opportunity to get it going.
I mean, you fumbled. You had 2 carries and you fumbled though.
Okay, and then he has 2 more carries on the season.
Okay.
What about he fumbled in the other games?
I mean, how many kick returns that amount to nothing, and what he did today? I mean,
how many kick returns have been returned for a touchdown this year?
But how many guys get a chance out of 5 yards out of the end zone?
I mean, he made a mistake. He barely touches the ball. It's common with those type of players.
No, it's not. He could have just said, "No, I'm not going to touch it," and he chose to touch it. He didn't have to.
I'm saying 4 carries and 5 targets is trying to get him involved in your eyes.
What I'm saying is, if you say it's not involved, okay, we'll pivot. Then he's trying to do too much. Then.
Okay, so tell me this though. Rebound off of this real quick.
All right, go for it. Shoot.
He has to get 30 to 40 yards on his kick returns to be able to get a chance in the backfield on offense.
No, what I think is just get to the 25 if you're bringing it up 5 deep, and we can talk. But when you're only getting to the 15,
a huge problem getting to the 25. It hasn't been you act like it's been what's costing us games,
bro. Oh, again. But here, if you played the game, what you know is what your role is, and if you excel in your role, you get more opportunities, right? So if I'm bringing the ball, look, I know
so that means Donovan Wilson should be seeing the field too.
Oh no! Hey, look! Donovan Wilson's completely different.
He's balling on special teams, right?
I don't disagree with that, and I would love to see it because we know we got a problem with safety. But if you're bringing the ball out 5 yards deep, right? Okay, you get the ball, and you're not getting even to the 20. There's a problem. Okay, look. So week 1, he didn't get the touches, right? We kind of thought like he got some touches. It wasn't what we thought.
He's got 4 carries on the year. 4.
Right. Agreed. Okay, then we get to week 2. Oh, we got the double up. Here we are. And then he got 2 and he fumbled. Right. So look,
last touches of the game.
I don't. No. He fumbled in the first quarter. Be clear.
Right, I said those were his last 2 touches of the game.
Agreed. And look, I'm not saying this should have got up off of him, but the coaching staff decided to. Right. Or look, coaching staff, head coach, or we're talking offensive coordinator, which kind of goes back to how I feel. Some of this, as we're looking at how people are played, is more.
Okay, but even if you replace him on kick return, he still deserves to be used because we don't have a weapon like that on offense until we put him on the field.
Cedric, wait. We don't. Hold on. Wait. Stop. No. Jose, I got to stop you there. You said we don't have a weapon like him. Cedric Wilson today did more, period, than Tony Pollard's done in 2 years. Let's be clear.
Tony Pollard had a 100-yard rushing game on 11 carries and 2 touchdowns last year. Isn't that very similar to what Cedric Wilson
right? And then outside of that, what has he done?
But listen to what I'm saying real quick.
Okay, I got you.
The biggest mismatches on the field is a weapon like Pollard, Eckler, Kamara, Giovanni Bernard. You don't even got to be elite at it.
I agree.
One of the biggest mismatches on the field is one of those players matched up with a linebacker, and we don't utilize it.
What
was the young kid, Lance Dunbar? We need to use a weapon because we have it.
Well, I mean,
don't let it rot.
Right. I mean, Lance could never stay healthy. I'm with you with Lance. I mean, Lance could never stay healthy. But yeah, fair enough. But again,
it's one of the best mismatches in the game today.
Well, is he in the league today?
I'm not talking about Lance. I'm just saying the utilization.
Are you talking about Paul? Whoa. You're telling me Paul is one of the best matches in the game? Who?
A receiving running back that is quick like them.
Okay.
Is Pollard not quick in space?
We believe so, yes. I agree.
Believe so. Okay. That versus a linebacker is one of the best mismatches in the game today.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't utilize it at all.
Well, I mean, do we think Zeke versus a linebacker is a mismatch?
We throw it to Zeke slow ass.
Well, no. We throw it to Zeke on screens that we can't block. Let's be clear now. Dial back a little bit here. We throw Zeke screens. We don't put him in routes. We throw it to screens like we did today 4, 5, 6 times that went nowhere. Like, be clear. Like, look, we've seen Zeke against Detroit catch a ball in a real route and go do work. We saw Zeke not catch a week 1. Let's be clear. Catch a ball that
blocking though. That's perfect blocking.
Whoa.
Right down the sideline.
Whoa. Against the Rams was perfect blocking. The 5 guys in the
Detroit. You said Detroit.
I'm said
talking about the play you brought up.
Right. I'm talking about week 1 this year. Zeke catches the ball, not a screen, catches the ball. 5 guys against the sideline, 6 defenders, and scores against the Rams.
Okay, but tell me why we're trying to do screens with a Band-Aid offensive line.
Bro, I don't disagree with you there. Hey, you're on my side on that. I agree with you. Because the Zeke touchdown against the Rams wasn't a damn screen. Right. But again, we got to do it in the right way. Again, and which is why I said during the game, in all of our chats and in the game thread on Stargame, Mike McCarthy is going to have to take over play calling sooner than later.
No, he has to. He ran a reverse on our 10-yard line today.
Again, we both agree.
To CD, we ran a reverse.
Yeah, again.
I know we agree on the offensive line, and we definitely agree on this play calling thing.
I'm not mad at getting Pollard involved, but don't tell me.
I just feel like we're using something, and we're not using something that we could benefit from.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. And I'll pivot off of this. I'm going to let you answer this. I'm going to get you out of this so somebody can get on the line. Where do we use Pollard at? Because, last year, and look, underneath Garrett, okay, Zeke gets 3 drives or 2 drives, then Pollard gets all the drives, then Zeke comes back 2 or 3 drives, then maybe we get Pollard again. This year, we've kind of sprinkled and tinkered with both of them here and there. Only 12 quarters in. We got to wait and see. However, I think the problem is he's kind of been exposed a little bit as a kick returner, and there's issues there. Now, kick returners should not matter to what he is as a running back. I completely agree with that. For sure, I don't want him returning more kicks anymore. I'm okay getting more involved in the offense, but how do we go about it now? Let me pivot that and ask you that. How do we get him? Did you like the Atlanta 2 running backs giving him the ball more? Do you like him coming out of the backfield? Wait. Let me finish. Wait. Do you like him out of the backfield, in the shotgun, coming out running? Do you like Dak under center, him in the backfield coming out? Like, how do you want to get him more involved? How about that?
Okay, well, this is one thing that, I would do, but I kind of also understand what's going on, what I think is going on with how McCarthy is running things. One, I've never really seen Zeke affect us positively in the receiving game on 3rd down unless it was a screen. So honestly, I wouldn't mind on some of those 3rd downs, especially in games that we're not, and I'm not saying this game specific. I'm just talking in general.
You ready to see Pollard in a 3rd down, like Eric Metcalf, Brian Mitchell,
especially when we're not having trouble blocking.
Okay.
If we're not having issues blocking the defensive line, and we don't need Zeke in there for help, I wouldn't mind seeing him given more opportunities on those passing downs.
Okay.
Now, I also feel like McCarthy is still trying to win over this team. So he's going to ride Zeke's coattail. He's going to ride his guys' coattail before he starts giving anybody big breaks and taking people off for drives and stuff like that.
Jose, I'm going to disagree a little bit because we saw a lot of Sid Wilson today and a lot of Noah Brown today. But that's different
for the running back position.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Because you're only taking one guy to put those guys. There's 3 of them on the field damn near at a time. You're only taking one of them off at a time.
Okay. So basically,
I just feel like it could be done.
Let me put a bow on this. Let me get you out of here on this. Basically, you want to see him in a third down back more role, like David Meggett back in the day. I obviously I brought up Eric Metcalf, who should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way. Hook 'em horns for the Horns fans out there. Just in that realm of, look, we're going to put you into the play, not just to be back here to block on third down. You're looking a little bit more in that realm of culpability from him. Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, and if you think about the last drive today, the way they were playing defense.
Oh yeah, that stupid ass draw. That stupid ass draw. Ugh. Not draw. I'm sorry, not draw. But that stupid ass fucking screen that was going to be the damn Pittsburgh back in 2016 all over again. Oh my God.
Well, not only that, but even with someone like Pollard, with his speed, at least we at least know what kind of speed Pollard had. With his speed underneath, I feel like we could have been attacking the middle of the field with Pollard underneath, and he can beat a linebacker to the spot. Where Zeke is usually getting hit on as soon as he touches the ball in the air. As soon as the pass hits his hand, someone's making contact with Zeke.
Maybe that's play design, maybe it's not. But 10-4, definitely feel it. Get Pollard more involved. Appreciate you calling in. And look, only 3 games in. We'll see where it goes. Spoon, what you think about that?
No, I definitely agree with the caller. As I said before, I want to see Pollard in space. Last year, he had about 2 games over 100 yards rushing. He played a good against the Miami Dolphins on week 3. The Rams before the NFC, he had about 60 yards against the Eagles. He was beating with rushing and receiving. The thing is, this is that, and you look at the other games, he's in the game getting like 2 or 3 attempts. A guy will be cold. You got to put him in the game. And again, it's no disrespect to Zeke. Zeke is, in my opinion, a top 5 running back. But they both 2 different backs. They both very 2 different. Zeke is a big back. He's a big guy. I don't think he could take it to the house on a receiving play against a linebacker the way Tony Pollard can. And that's the one reason why we drafted a change of pace guy. They should get him more involved. And again, it's not taking anything away from Zeke, but it's just that real. Tony Pollard in space, I think, can be very dangerous, especially where if you got 2 unproven tackles, okay. Tony Pollard averaged about 7 yards per catch, I believe, last year. When he got the opportunity. You're gonna make mistakes, but I think going forward, you got to find a way to use all your weapons. And don't get me wrong. The one thing I would disagree with the caller is that Mike McCarthy is we only week 3. We saw last week Schultz came in from the injury from Blake Jarwin. We saw a little bit of Blake, but hell, we seen Woods playing fullback. Today we seen Cedric Wilson, so he's putting rabbits out the hat with some new things. Hopefully down the line, Tony Pollard will be one of those rabbits out the hat, and they'll utilize him in this offense because we have weapons. We've had weapons. And here's another thing.
We saw the we saw the ball go to Noah Brown on the 2-point conversion even.
Yeah. So Mike McCarthy is putting rabbits out the hat. It's sometimes during the game is different situation what it is, but like I said, I wouldn't I wouldn't give up on Tony Pollard off of the mental error that he had today in special team. I still think he could be utilized, and you need a type of back like that. Hey, listen, he's a weapon, and I still have high hopes for the guy, man. But it's something that they're gonna have to adjust. And again, having an off season the way every NFL team have These are the things that we're going to face. You're going to face a lot of question marks, a lot of different things that they didn't try. I definitely feel that if we had a full offseason with OTAs, trust me, I think we could do a lot more. But right now, we're rushed into this. But I'm happy a guy like Cedric Wilson he balled out today. And again, I feel that there's going to be a lot more opportunity for a lot of other guys who are not the main guys on this team to contribute and do well.
Yeah, I mean, again, as Don Walker said, I'm going to guess that's going to be Wilson was in for Coop.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Coop. I mean, Coop literally was back a play or two later after he got hurt.
Yeah.
Cedric Wilson was in just because they want to get Cedric Wilson in. And then on top of that, again, I mean, Coop wasn't hurt when they decided to put Noah Brown in the package on the 2-point conversion and go from there. I mean, obviously, they are trying to get a lot of people involved. I talked about this on the Cowboys report that we do every Tuesday after week 1. Literally, there was only one player week 1 that didn't touch the field, and that was Brandon Carr. Right. Obviously, because they had just signed him, they had to work him in more. So, I mean, they're obviously about multiple. When we talked about week 1, we didn't like the multitude of changes on the D-line for sure, which we've kind of seen that regress a little bit and kind of come in. If I'm going to talk about somebody in particular that I had high hopes for, that I thought about in the call that you spoke on, by the way, was Jose. Let me get this up here. It says, I agree there is time. And I didn't expect to see a lot of change overnight. But I do always love buts. When I hear buts, I'm always like, yes. But we can do a lot more to help us pull out these wins. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. However, going forward, as we're talking about right now, BTW, the phone lines are open. We're still going to rock 903-399-1015. We'll get you on. We'll answer your questions. Or no question, you want to vent and talk shit and have a problem? It's fine too. We're here for you. But with that being said, I mean, again, I talked about this at the very beginning, the overarching and what happened. And I don't care if you win or lose. There's minuscule things that we can nitpick and talk about. Rolland's kind of one of those things. We kind of the big overarching was fumbling the kick return and talk about last week we didn't return, but then we can kind of nitpick. He didn't get enough this, enough that, whatever. I mean, there's nitpicking that can be had all along. I think one thing for me, 3 weeks in, here's my one big thing, Spoon, and I'll give you one big thing 3 weeks in. My one big thing 3 weeks in, positively and negatively, are going to be defensive tackle. Right. I on our shows, I banged the table about Tristan Hill, and y'all told me I was outside of my mind. And I'm like, no, young guy, give him time. It's fine. Now, yes, Hill had a bad penalty. I still don't think he went helmet to helmet, but bad penalty on the 2-point conversion. But I'm going to say right at defensive tackle, I think we expected a little bit more from Neville Gallimore. Once Joe McCoy got hurt and had to leave, we're like, okay, but we spent this again. We talk about Connor McGovern, former 3rd-round pick, and not getting the field. Well, here's another 2 year later, 3rd-round pick in Neville Gallimore. The engine, all this, that, and the third, so on and so forth. And 3 weeks in, Neville Gallimore's not been very good, Spoon. Obviously, Spoon's going to respond to that. Hey, give your call. We got about 10, 15 more minutes. Man, jump on. Let's get you on. Go ahead, Spoon. Neville Gallimore. Man.
I'm calling him a late bloomer. I don't think none of the except for out of the front 7, out of the line, they haven't been playing too well. Except for Hill. I think if you count Alden Smith and then you say Hill, they play the best on that line. Especially Hill. Hill has come a long way. I'm one of the ones that was like give up on him, but BJ, now you drew me back in, and he's balling. He's definitely balling. Poe has been my disappointment. Donald just put that out there. He's been a big disappointment. We wanted fatties. Listen, Snacks. It seems like Snacks should have been the guy that we should have tried to draw in here. But yeah, Poe's been bad. So with Neville Gallimore, I think it'll take time. I think he'll find his niche. He's a very talented guy and all that stuff. So we'll go from there. I learned not to give up. Look at Hill. I gave up on Hill. Look at him now. So I learned that. Don't give up on the young guy yet. So
which is fair. No. Super fair. And look, and I'm not giving up on Neville Gallimore.
I'm giving up on him, but I'm just saying for me. I know I have a tendency to not give up.
No, yeah, you'll be out here.
Yeah, exactly.
I just, man, I look, and actually, this last week before this game, I said, did I miss something? I thought about it. I said, did I miss something? Let me go back and look at the college game again. I kind of went back. I did the cut ups. Look, not to you. Look. Everyone I said, a lot of people talk about tape, talk about YouTube highlights. No, I do cut ups. I do individual plays, bad, good, and other. And I'm like, I see the motor. I see the things that are right. I think this defense has to do this. I think they have to look. Shout out to Tyron Crawford, by the way, who was not very good the first week or two. Tyron Crawford had the eye test. I'll see when I watch the All 22. I think Tyron Crawford had a great game today, by the way, guys. Mm-hmm. But as it pertains to Neville Gallimore, speed of the game maybe is a little bit of issue. I don't really think it's a power issue.
Right.
I don't think that. I think maybe a little hand placement. I want to kind of wait and see. I want to see what your guy, right? Your guy, the defensive line, the OG, the mafia, connoisseur, if you will. He's got the slick hair and the whole nine. Tomasulo. I want to see what he does with him still. I thought he'd be further along now for sure, but it's not happened yet. But again, Spoon, it goes back to me saying week 10 to 17 on this defense is going to be way different.
Yeah, I agree.
10, but the offense has got to do their part, and that sucks for Dak. He has to be perfect today. Outside of him not being perfect, things happened. If he was a little bit better, maybe we win. I'll condone that. Mm-hmm. But we're 1-2. We got to just tread that water.
I mean, listen. I'm not trying to blame the refs for everything, but they a lot of some calls put us in a bad spot. It make you scratch your head.
I'm not trying to look. I'm not a blamer ref guy.
I understand. Listen, Brandon called. That was not a pass interference.
The first half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. Listen,
the first half.
You put us home.
One pre-snap penalty, you had to call it, and 0 post-snap penalties. It's just weird with me, but you can't really blame that.
I want to give everybody Bryce said about something. Look, when Byron Jones was not re-signed, what happened? A lot of us like, oh, Byron's not here, X, Y, and Z. You got to love Diggs. Diggs is playing. I'm just waiting for his first interception. That's what I'm waiting for. But he has the play against Metcalf. That was awesome.
Right.
I know down the line, other receivers like, you know what? If we beat him, make sure we get to that ball. That was awesome. He played good today, and he's getting better and better. And I feel very good about Diggs in the future. Yeah, he's going to be a turnover machine.
Absolutely. I mean, the only one caveat about Diggs I'll say is he went for the hit when the guy dropped the ball.
Right.
It could have easily been an interception, maybe if you paid attention. Right. I mean, bro, we talked about this going to the season, and we talked about Diggs will be the best cornerback by the end of the year on this roster. Yeah. And and I mean, low-key, it looks like that damn near now. It's going to take a little bit of time. I love the Rook not giving up and getting the punch out. that's something back to coaching there a little bit. But yeah, no, Diggs had a hell of a game for the most part. He's been close to interceptions the past 2 weeks. And obviously caused a save-day touchdown and got us the ball back. So damn near that's like a turnover anyways, for sure, up out of there.
But another thing,
low-key, again, here's why I'm not too discouraged about tonight. We just have to tread, get healthy,
right?
And I think we can be in a position to do something. The only thing I believe right now, and look, knee jerk a little bit. I kind of felt it the first 2 weeks. I kind of feel it again as we talk about the multitude of screens to Zeke for whatever reason, because I don't think McCarthy is going to be tied to getting Zeke the ball like that as Kellen Moore is.
No.
I think at a certain point, McCarthy is going to be like, bruh, let me get that sheet.
Yeah.
I need that sheet.
I can't wait for that, though. I can't wait for that.
And we're going to move forward.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Before the season started last year, I said, this offense has to go through Dak first.
Right.
It has to. That is still pertinent now. I think it did somewhat today, but there were times that Kellen Moore got in the way of that to make sure Zeke had a touch.
Right.
Therein lies the problem. Look, love Zeke. Zeke's generational. I believe that. But it has to let Dakota cook and then sprinkle in Zeke the right way. Exactly. And that's the issue.
Exactly. I 100% agree.
But if we don't add, I will stand by this as well. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we look, and I'll double down on this on Tuesday. If we do not add, I'm not talking about Earl. If we don't add a substance type of safety, when I say substance, I'm talking about a guy that has been in this damn league for a multitude of years and has played the position well. I'm telling you now, Spoon, it won't be Spoonie's minute. It's going to be Nick's time. Oh, wait. Let me get this up here. I forgot. I'm sorry. Lift up there. We're still taking calls. We got 10 more minutes. We're taking calls still. Hold on. Whoop. Boom. If we do not add the Jeffersons of the world, the Jones, the Earl Thomases, the whatever. I don't even care. I don't care. If look, bring Ha back. I don't care. If we do not go add something to this safety group between right now till we go on 8 p.m. Central Tuesday, I'm going to lead out and lose my shit. I'll be honest with you. Like,
so you're going to turn it for me? You're going to turn it for me, DJ?
Unequivocal.
You're going to get worse than me. Wow.
Lose it. Look, because we were terrible week one. Then all of a sudden, Xavier Woods was the top. He was a PFF number 4 safety last week. This week, trash can punch.
BJ, I caught riff from a lot of folks this whole offseason. Spoon, you're doing too much about safety. And Xavier Woods is going to be fine. He's not a breakout year. It's scheme, X, Y, and Z. And I always say one thing. The one thing you learn when you play football, when you start playing football as a child, you don't know scheme. It's just tackling. That's the one thing that, again, I question. Now, I keep seeing, I kept on hitting breakout. I'm like, when? When we got Ha, I was like, okay, cool. When I saw Ha get released because Thompson, I knew something was up. I went in there.
There's no way in hell, no way. There's no you. I don't care. Mike McCarthy knocks on my front door right now. I opened it and he was standing there. He's like, Knicks, Thompson's better than Ha. I punch him in the face. He's full of shit. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Darian Thompson is terrible.
Listen, I wish Rush would call in, because I'm gonna tell you something. We've talked, and I said, yo, bro, we're gonna be cooked. I said this. We've said this. BJ, we spoke. Maddie spoke. You know, Sid, Tuck. Safety is an issue. I went after it hard.
First
hard this whole
touchdown. And first blocking touchdown, low key, was Woods across, but Thompson still has to get back. It doesn't matter.
But see, again, Woods, and I'm gonna keep saying this over and over and over and over and over. I go back to the play with the Chicago Bears last year, where I forgot who, I think it was Tariq Cohen, I forgot who it was, right in front of him. He just took a dive. And I keep saying it, bad tackling, bad technique. He's bad. And again, and I said this, you know what? I said, folks, you're gonna laugh at me or say, Spoon, you're doing too much of safety. Watch us go through the year, and we're gonna come right back at we need safety help. And look where we at.
Spoon.
The very thing that I've been preaching about, look where we at. Now, Mike McCarthy, here's my thing is Mike McCarthy. Right now, that safety issue can really hurt us and cost us games. I don't know if you have an issue with Earl Thomas or whatever.
Hold on. Rewind, Spoon. I'll double down and say this. Safety costed us the game today.
Yeah.
Show me I'm wrong.
No, listen. You're not. No, you're right. And guess what? This is why I'm calm. My energy has been exhausted. I'm like this. This is me today, watching this thing to get burned. This is me. Look at my eyes, BJ. Look at my eyes. Look. That's what I was doing today. And I didn't get mad. You asked my wife. I was like, you know what? I expected this. When folks were saying, oh, that's a guy, Jamal Adams, a box safety. Jamal Adams is playing lights out.
No, Spoon. Stop.
See, yeah, the first two games.
Whoa. I'm gonna stop you right there. Stop. Jamal got cooked. Jamal got his ass cooked last week. Be clear. Jamal got cooked. Jamal Adams. Look. Jamal Adams is a special guy.
Right?
He's a special guy.
Right?
He has limitations.
Right?
Whoa. There's only one guy safety that I'll sit here and say over the past 15 years that was worth 2 firsts, a third, and a safety. His name was Sean Taylor. Outside of that, man, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell.
I want to say this, BJ. No, BJ, I want to say this. Here's my situation with the safety thing.
Oh, James Ryan, the honk. Everybody say goodbye to James Rogan with all the honks, like 15 honks. Goodbye, James. Appreciate you. And gone. Boom. And you're gone.
Here's the deal. When it all boils down to, folks are in love with NFL draft. I've been going to draft since
I don't care. No, stop. I don't care. No. Because
let me finish my point.
No. Because you want to go down memory lane. I don't care about memory lane.
I'm making a point.
Now we're talking about right now.
Well, BJ, let me make my point. You didn't hear my point.
Okay.
Again, I've been going to the draft since Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Ryan Leaf. Yes. Been going. End of the day,
right.
Draft picks, boom, bust. They're popular picks coming out. They still got to play the game. The Dallas Cowboys have never addressed the safety other than Roy Williams and Gavin Woodson. They never addressed it. My thing is, if
Barry Church was very good for us.
BJ, may I finish, please?
Barry Church. I'm just saying, don't leave it up.
Again, you caught him. All right, he was solid. What I'm saying is this: if we could do disagree on Jamal Adams, that's fine. But here's the main thing. You knew you had a hole, and you stood there and did nothing. Regardless, we agree with Jamal Adams or Earl Thomas or whatever. You made 3 attempts to try to get a safety. You did it with Earl, you did it with Minka, you did it with Jamal Adams. Look where we at right now. Still complaining that we have no safety. So this is what I expect going forward. Because when the minute they scored a touchdown, this is what Jerry did. He turned around and he shook his head. Mike McCarthy came after the game and said, we shouldn't be having offensive players keep running away from our players in the secondary. So is the issue there? My thing is, this is week 3. You mean to tell me in week 1 you didn't see that? In week 2 you didn't see that? Now we saw it bad in week 3. You think it's gonna get any better in week 4, week 5, week 6, and go on? I mean, let's keep it real. You gotta go out there and make a move. Now I don't know if the Earl Thomas is politics. That's fine, whatever it is. There's still other guys out there that are better than what we have. There's guys out there. And here's a bad thing. Aldon Smith, like I said before, is the best acquisition in the offseason. And he's playing lights out.
I mean, low-key, Mendoza, nail, meat, hammer. Hence why he's that guy.
Right.
That's
it right there. Now, hold on, BJ, hold on. Here's the thing. Mendoza, stay right there, Mendoza. When we tried the wide receiver by committee, what did we do? We traded a first round pick for right? So here's the thing.
Oh God.
I don't know. I'm not saying take a first round pick. I'm just saying make a move. It's going to get worse.
Again, hey guys, we're here. We're rocking. We got the chat lit. Everybody's talking. You got a comment. You got a question. You just want to vent about the game today. Whatever you want to do about the game today or talk about the Cowboys, hit the line 903-309-1015. We're going to answer the call, get you on the show. I mean, again, the overall prevailing thing as we're talking about safety,
right?
Wasn't the win or L overall. It was just a point of, hey, we see and it's a problem. As we've seen that it is a problem. The adjustments in the second half definitely helped, right? But we do know this, and here's the difference when it comes to that.
Right.
We're talking in real terms, and why I'm not mad and why you're not mad. And we're talking in real terms of, man, there was things we saw in this coaching set to adjust and do. Had a chance. Great team we played. Browns coming up. All right, we're in a bad division. We're looking like, okay, how we can go through things. Right. But now I do want to pivot here and talk about the overarching, the end goal, if you will. The end goal for us isn't to win the division, isn't to get to the playoffs. They've expanded, 7 teams make the playoffs now, each conference. We can talk about, well, we haven't been to the NFC Championship game in how many years. That's not the end goal for us. The end goal always should be, at least the mantra of the Stargame group and how we do, either we're in the Super Bowl or we're not in the Super Bowl. I don't really care about anything else. That's how I feel. I don't say that we should go to the Super Bowl every year. I'm not saying that we should be in the Super Bowl every year. But the end goal is to be in the Super Bowl and have a chance. And what I do know is, no matter how talented or where this thing can go and whether Mike McCarthy takes over play calling and is Tony Pollard getting enough touches, like all that, to me that's minuscule as it pertains to the overarching thing of, if we sit on our hands and we don't address the safety position at some point, and relatively probably soon, it doesn't matter.
I've been saying that.
No. Well, so you said it with Jamal. You said it with
what?
Well, you said it with Earl. Yeah, hold on. Last year it was Eric Berry and Earl, whatever. Look, and I came along for the ride, Spoon. Look, I for sure came along for the ride with Jamal. I did. 2 firsts, a third, and a player? Fuck no. You know, I mean, and I understand your frustration because Earl Thomas is sitting there. Our difference on that comes to this. I don't need Earl to put us over the top in that position.
Oh, okay.
I just need a capable body.
Okay, here's the thing.
I need a Jefferson. I need a Reed. You know, hold on. We talked about Malik Hooker and trading for him. Guess what? He's out for the year. Thank God we do that. So, I mean, again, there has to be somebody other than Carr who played a little bit of everywhere, has some ups, has some downs today. They have to bring somebody in. And look, again, I had multitude of guys tell me today in my inbox, Earl Thomas doesn't fix this defense. Who cares? I'm like, it's not about one player doesn't fix this.
Okay, here's the thing, BJ. I've never not once came out and said that one player fixed anything. The only reason why
no, Spoon, you're right. Absolutely, I agree with you there.
Yeah, the one thing I've always said, the reason why I mentioned these guys' names is because the Cowboys had ties to them. Meaning you call the teams about them.
Right.
You called about Luka. You called about.
I want to stay right here. Bro, I don't care. Look, listen, I don't care about Minka. I don't care about
BJ.
Now.
BJ, it's not BJ. Here's my thing. Well, you're not understanding. I'm saying the reason why those names was mentioned because you had ties to them. Now, I've never said that if you don't get them, you just don't get them. No, address the position still. We talked during the offseason, we had even a show where we talked about other safeties that we can get besides Jamal and Earl. We had a list of them. End of the day, there was a comment that was made a couple of weeks ago by Stephen Jones where he came out and said, we're going to continue to work from within. So this is my thing. You got Brandon Carr. Now, Jerry Jones is a great salesman. Now, while everybody was hyped and some people were saying, well, it's a different scheme, Xavier was going to break out, I think we'd be fine with Woods and Carr, I was still doing this. And I already knew that by week 3, I said, during the season, we're going to go through the same thing about needing the safety. And look where we are right now. Now, the same guys, the same folks, I'm not trying to challenge anybody, but you know who you are with the comments of Xavier was going to have a breakout year. I hope they feel the same way still. I wonder if they still feel the same way because we still have issues. We still got issues. And at the end of the day, Mike McCarthy today came out and said that we cannot be having players on the opposing team running away like that from our secondary. So here's the thing. You say that, how are you going to address that? We're going to start Donovan Wilson all of a sudden? Is that going to be it? What are you going to do? You already know what to do. But end of the day, y'all just got to go ahead and do it. My thing is this, is that if there's a guy out there and he's the best at the position, I expect you to go for that. If we're the Dallas Cowboys, right? We were the starting at helmet, the best of the best. You want that? No. If it's somebody else, address it.
Spoon.
Address it.
Spoon. That's not been the way. You're stuck somewhere back.
Bro, BJ,
in the 90s. Bro, it's not the way.
You got him on for a first-round pick, right? Because the wide receiver committee wasn't working. You made him. Stevie Jones made a mistake. So you made a mistake. They made a mistake now with the safety spots. Address it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it has to be Earl, but if it's not Earl, it's somebody. Now, wait. I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna trade for somebody that we never heard of, who never had no playing time. And it was gonna happen. Jerry Jones gonna come out and sell him to us. Oh, this guy has this, he's done that, X, Y, and Z, and here we are. The same thing.
Boom.
The truth.
Boom. Coop was an anomaly, if you will, that you get, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. You said, okay, it's a problem. Look, in Mendoza said earlier, it's the wide receiver core before you traded for Coop. I'll tie the line to that. Fair. That's fine. Okay, fine. Don't bitch at me about what's going on. You tell me, we just played week 3.
Right?
What safety can you go trade for right now? There's not one.
Well, again, I don't care. Listen, I don't care if we got to go get somebody out of retirement home. Address the position as somebody better than what we have. That's all I've been saying. The names that I mentioned were only because they had ties to them. So I was like, go be aggressive. Go get them. Now we have no ties to anybody. So what I'm saying right now is, look, and I mean, you know what? I'm not even saying no more because I've been said it. I'm exhausted with it. I'm done with it. My thing is now is actions speak louder than words. So when are they going to do it? I can't wait for Steve. Listen, I'm smiling inside about it as much as I hate the loss. I'm really smiling because, again, when I've been preaching about the safety and I was preaching to the good football gods about it, nah, Xavier Woods is going to have a breakout year. Nah, we got Brandon Carr. Them two will be fine. No, it's the scheme. No, X, Y, and Z. So guess what? I hope it tasting good because now we're back to square one. And I love what Mendoza says, safety by committee. You know why? Because Mike Nolan last week came out and said we continue to rotate the other safeties opposite of Woods. Wow. We got multiple guys who can play the position. We got Worley, right? We got Robinson, who we haven't seen yet, right? Donovan Wilson, where's he going to be at? I mean, man, wait, can we see this brother play? I mean, Davian Thompson that better than Haha? Seriously? I mean, listen, I've been saying it. Woods and Thompson got to go, but since folks are they waiting for the breakout year from Woods, he was the 3rd highest ranked safety in 2 weeks last week.
Number 4, be clear.
Oh, number 4. Excuse me. I mean, look where we at today. Look where we at today, and look what we were saying yesterday. That's the difference. That's what we have to say.
I mean, look. Garbage
at safety. I'll tell you, BJ. I'm gonna make you smile with you, BJ. Hold on, I'm gonna make you smile. One more thing, BJ. One more thing. I'm gonna make you smile so much with this, BJ. You know what's funny? I'd rather have Jeff Heath.
Of course, it's a better safety. I told y'all last year, Jeff Heath isn't as bad as y'all think he is. But
that's how bad is it?
No, it's not that bad. But maybe it is. Whatever. Here's the thing. And here's what nobody wants to talk about because of the safety position.
Right.
I'm gonna look for those out there that watched what was that show on Netflix where you had the guy had the ape shit, whatever. What's that show? The superheroes, the the boys is Amazon. What's the other one?
On Netflix. Superhero show.
Umbrella
Academy.
Yeah, what's it called again?
The Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, watch this. I'm gonna hit y'all. I'm gonna hit you with the Umbrella Academy real quick. I heard a rumor. Jalen Smith is trash. Anybody that wants to debate me about Jalen Smith, my phone is live. The number is right there on the bottom. Feel free to call in. Period. Because Jalen Smith is not. Oh, wait, let me rewind. Jalen Smith is being hidden by the lack of safeties of how bad he is. I'm sorry. He's not very good. I don't know. I expected more. Look, and for me, I'm like, I know it's hard for him because LVE left. He has to make the calls now. The ideal was when Nolan got here, and Nolan is a linebacker guru, slide him out, He ain't gonna make the calls. Let him go play. AKA like my guy, Bluff City Cowboy. Shout out to my guy Jones, Godbacker, and he was called at Notre Dame. Not good, bro. I heard a rumor. Bruh. I'm telling you now, clear eye view, the whole nine. The story of his need to playing and whatever is better than what he does on the field. The numbers there hit me. Talk about it. I'm telling you now. Your guy Nick is telling you right now. Jalen Smith isn't that guy. I'm sorry. I as well. He's not the guy. I'm sorry. Look, and I love Jalen Smith, and I love his attitude, and I love what he brings, and I love his social media. I love everything about him. Low key, though, 3 weeks into the season, not the guy. I can literally turn around and go that way about last year. Bro, not the guy.
Well, here's the thing, BJ. God willing, everything's fine with this COVID and everything. I mean, we didn't get to go to the NFL draft in Vegas, but we will be at the draft in Cleveland for next year. And I'm gonna talk
about it though. Go ahead, Spoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the cult of the football gods, right? We're gonna wear some brown sheets, right? And we're gonna pray to the football gods for a week. And I'm praying the first two positions that will be addressed at the NFL draft, hopefully, will be linebacker and safety. This is what we're praying for. I'm praying for, BJ. I want linebacker.
I feel that, Spoon. And we are for sure future casting on that because we're going to shift to a 3-4. We know that already.
Right.
And obviously, we are lacking a shit ton of linebackers. So I'm with you there. I'm with you on linebacker. But at the end of the day, I don't care about the future, Spoon. I want to stay right here. Come in. I know, Spoon. I got to reel you back in here. I don't care. We're 3 games in. We're looking at what we can do this season. Bruh. Everybody wants to bitch and moan about the safeties. Valid. It is valid.
Yeah, linebackers have been bad. Joe, it's funny. It's crazy to say that Joe Thomas has been playing better than Jalen. Maybe they can bring up Francis Bernard and maybe we can make it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
You know, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it, Spoon. I know we had.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, the lines are open still. The lines are open still. We didn't plan on going this long, but y'all still rocking with us. If y'all on here commenting and rocking with us, then damn it, we're going to stay on. So, Spoon, I'm going to put it out there, Spoon. I know. I kind of talked to you about this a little bit. And Mary, real quick, here's what I want to do. I'm going to run this down. Who in the NFL on the defensive side of the ball in the comments section makes $100 million? Their total contract. I know we've kind of mentioned it a little bit later. Let's bring it back. Who makes $100 million in the NFL on defense? Give me the list. Real quick.
If you go with defensive line, you got
Frank. Hey, how about this? Spoon, I don't even care about defensive line. Any defensive player, period, that signed a $100 million contract. Help me out. All of them. Again, phone lines are open. Come in, comment, question, vent. Just be pissed off about the loss. It doesn't matter. Right here, it's open, ready for you. Help me out.
Khalil Mack, Frank Clark, of course, D-Law, J.J. Watt hit it before, Aaron Donald. Who else? Christian Jones from the Chiefs.
I don't think Google that. I think Jones might have been a tick under Hundo.
Tick under 100? Okay.
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Okay. I don't think Fletcher Cox. No, not Fletcher Cox. Is Ramsey? Jalen Ramsey as secondary is over 100?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, okay.
Yeah, boy.
Was that?
No, you good. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah.
Spoon. Your phone's right
Yes,
there.
sir.
Google it for me. Oh, I mean, Ramsey apparently is. Got beat by. I mean, those said Ramsey got beat by Diggs in the end zone today, but neither here nor there. That's why, well, low key, like Diggs today did enough, but that's why Cole Beasley had like 6 catches for like 106 yards today. But yeah,
right.
Hit me with the $100 million defensive players. Run them down for me. Hundo, really. Hundo. Who's the hundo? While Spoon's doing that, the line's open. Hit it up. We'll get you home. We'll answer the questions. Or just vent. Whatever.
Let me see.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by the 100 million guys.
Now you said defense, right?
Yeah, defense. Rush Hunter said, yeah, he is.
All right. Jalen Ramsey.
Boom, 1.
Okay. All right. Aaron Donald. Khalil Mack.
Who was that there? Aaron Donald?
Miles Garrett.
Who?
No, was it Miles? No, Miles Garrett. Right here. Hold on.
Come on, get it right. I know Mac had to hit it, right?
Yeah, Khalil Mack definitely.
No. Leonard has not. Yeah. Maybe Colts linebacker, but no, not yet. Not yet, though. Not yet. Is that the list, Morris? You got Mac, Bosa, Garrett. Donald should be on the list as well.
Yeah, Aaron Donald. You mentioned Aaron Donald before.
Oh, and D-Law. Nobody's calling on the line, so let me.
Yeah, I don't think Leonard been paid yet.
It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Let me see. NFL. Let's see. Defense. Male. Boom, got it. So I said, Byron Jones. Did Byron Jones do that? I don't. Maybe. But again, let's go from there. Let's go from there. Right? We know Khalil Mack, a JJ Watt, a Aaron Donald, a Jalen Ramsey, right? Does D-Law do those things for that? Or is D-Law more like a $60 to $80 million guy?
Right.
But you allocated the money over that way. Meanwhile, your franchise quarterback is throwing for 900 yards in 2 games. Ugh. I mean, it's
ugly. You got to question management. This is a very good point. You got to question management. The guys that you're supposed to be paid and not paid, but the ones that don't deserve to be paid, you pay them. And I mean, it's like that. It's like that.
You literally didn't pay Dak $35 million because he wanted a no tag clause, which you gave to Romo. So since you decided not to do that, instead of $35 million for 4 years, let's go to is going to cost you over 40 for 4 years. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's too much long projecting. I'm sorry. I just, again.
Oh, wait there. Look. Somebody's put up there.
Let me bring it. Yeah. No, I see it. I'm going to get him about it. Oh, there we go.
Wow. Look at that. Wow.
Bosa, Donald, Garrett, Miller, Cox, who signed Frank Clark, Trey Flowers. 90, but Trey was 90. Yeah, I mean, look, Frank doesn't really impact the game like some of the guys that I want to talk about as a Mac or a Bosa or a Garrett who had a sack strip fumble, scored me a shit ton in fantasy in my IDP league. But I mean, I watched Alden Smith get double teamed and get to the quarterback. Well, if he's getting double teamed, then D-Law's not. I watched him bring in Robert Quinn, who hasn't had double-digit sacks in forever, and get 12 sacks. Missed the first 4 games, still got 12 sacks. So, low key, I'm like, okay, well, D-Law's on the other side, so whatever. But I mean, shit though. Mac and Donald are getting double teamed all the time, any damn ways, and still do what they do. The only time we talk about D-Law is, oh shit, he's so good against the run. My God, he's so good against the run. Jesus H. Christmas. Man, he's so good against the run. $100 million run stopper. And I hate to say that. Like, I don't get it. I know the knee's bad. He's a little banged up or whatever. Got to get healthy and move on. And we saw a ton tonight of passing down, so he wasn't on the field. I think the injury is whatever. But with that being said, let's be clear. And here's my problem. And unfortunately for me, as what we do, Spoon, and being a fan or whatever, bro. And somebody kind of questioned me on this. For those that stuck around, man, you better get some gold, low-key. Somebody questioned me on this during the game. Week 1, I'm back to some earlier comments that we had, about an hour ago. I'm like, bruh, week 1, I was like, extend Alden Smith now. They're like, oh my God, he had one good guy. Oh, God, nah. Bro, by week 3, I'm like, bro, sign him to an extension before he gets to the sideline. He missed, and look, and going back within the game, and people talking to me or whatever, I'm going back and forth, and they're like, oh, well, I mean, they tried to hit me with this one. Oh, well, he's fresh. I'm like, no, fresh has nothing to do with it. If you haven't played the game of football in 5 years, it's different. The person that told me obviously never played the game of football, like I know I did, Spoon, and those around. I mean, at the end of the day, let's be clear. It is we're 1-2, and I get that. But watching within all of that, watching what Alden Smith is doing currently after not playing the game of football for 5 years is nothing short than amazing or a miracle or, oh my God, I can't believe my eyes. Bro, there's no way after not playing this game for 5 years that he should be doing what he's doing in the first 3 weeks. It's pretty. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the superlatives to properly context, what he's doing. We had the talks in, training camp leading up. I'm like, man, if Alden can maybe be, 60, 70% of what he was, man, it's a huge win for us. I'm like, I'm looking through 3 weeks. I'm like, is there a drop off? I don't know, Spoon. Help me out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think again, It goes back into say in the early off season where we had a segment about who are the players that we didn't have a breakout year, and I said Alden Smith. And again, Thomas Sulo, that's my guy. And again, we're seeing that. And again, today's game, you saw the expression on the coaching staff. They all embrace Alden Smith. Listen, it's time for a change. D-Law, he may not be the right guy anymore. If they're going to 3-4, he's not it. Listen, there was even saying that Alden Smith, was teaching D-Law certain steps, X, Y, and stuff like that. He's the best player on the defense right now. And that's bad. Haven't played all that long, and he's the best player on the defense right now. He is right. You know what's funny? When next week Cleveland, they're gonna say who we gotta watch. Alden Smith. But meanwhile, D-Lo is the highest paid defensive player on this roster. They made it better. They have to lie in it, and they have to do something. If I'm them, I would try to find a way to sign Alden Smith next year. Because now you're in a hole. You wasn't a hole just Dak. Now you're in a hole with Dak and Alden Smith. Because teams are looking. They are looking out there.
Hey.
They are looking at Alden. It's only a 1-year deal, $2 million. So Stephen Jones got to come out and do something. You're going to have to make some magic happen and try to get that man that money. And sign now Dak. Now you got two problems. Not one, but two.
Well, I mean, Aaron Johnson chiming in. Thank you for tuning in. Said, what are your suggestions, Spoon, about the secondary?
Man, Aaron Johnson, I tell you this. It's very easy. It's very easy. You go out there.
Spoon. Did you just say it's very easy?
I
like it. I love it. Give it to me.
It's easy. You go out there, you sign the best available safety that you feel fit this team, or you trade for one. Plain simple. But signing would be easy because at the end of the day, you don't have to give up no draft pick. And there's like 4 of them out there. It's pretty solid. You got Earl, Reed, you got Johnson, you got Tony Jefferson. Those are the best 4. Any of those 4 is better than Deontay Thompson. Now, as far as that's it right there. Oh, give Donovan Wilson some playing time. Hell, Chris Westry. What's going on with him? Big corner, 4.3 speed out of Connecticut. What's wrong with him? You got to play some of these guys. I don't know what's going on. Or bring back HaHa. Can't be that bad. I'm sorry. Some guys are not good practice play. They're better on the field. HaHa has done in the game way more than Thompson. I don't know how Thompson to them was that much better than HaHa. It's very simple, and they can do this. They just choose not to do it. And that's just the thing about it. So I can't wait for Jerry, when Jerry Jones get this question, I can't wait for him what he's going to say. Because the last time it was, we're going to continue to improve from within.
Oh,
wasn't Robinson a pet cat of Willie McClay's?
Smony, look at this one. Look at that one.
Yeah. Yes, one sacks that D-Law had all year last year after being with 5. Yeah. Yes. It's a new thing.
It's rough.
That's sad.
Donald West in the building says, how can the Cowboys quit beating themselves? All those eras. I hope they work it out soon. One, Donna, last week and this week, special teams, atrocious. We can start there. That'll definitely help us. Outside of that, Spoon, maybe a safety.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Jay Glazer is a great friend of Alden Smith. You don't think right now in the ear they're going, get paid. You can get paid. Teams is watching. Teams are watching. Alden Smith is a mature man. He turned his life around. He's wreaking havoc on the team. I mean, yeah, he's 30 years old, but he's fresh. He missed 5 years. He could give you a good solid 3 years.
Yeah, no doubt.
Another issue. Now Dak ain't the lone issue no more. It's Alden Smith now. And how I don't know if you could trade D-Law. I don't think releasing will be right because it'll be a big cap hit.
Yeah,
But
I'm putting a cap on that. Like none of that's going to happen.
Yeah,
we want more out of him, sure, but the idea that they're going to trade or do this or do that or whatever, no. That's yeah, no, stop. Like that's not going to happen. I mean, we'll continuously monitor how they're playing, what's going on, the whole nine. But yeah, trading him or whatever. Now, I will say this. Let's talk about this hybrid offensive line they did in the second half. Martin at tackle, Looney at guard, and the rookie Tyler Badaz, Wisconsin, aka Badass, at center. Is that something, Spoon, you think they will start with next week as we play the Browns?
I think it will be good. They play way better. It depends also if this is the fourth game, right? So ain't Lau able to play? He was at the first week. Lau Collins, he'll be available to play, right?
Yeah, but the word was earlier today that they don't think he's going to be available.
Okay, so what I would definitely try that same lineup they had this week because at the end of the day, you're going to get a stronger defensive line.
Yeah, Miles Garrett, Sheldon Richardson, old nemesis from New York,
Olivia Vernon.
Yeah, Vernon. Yeah, definitely a little bit stouter.
So I would definitely go with that same lineup, and it was comfortable. That's a good thing about it. So I would definitely try to have them practice with it and get comfortable a little bit with it, and go on from there. But yeah, it's not gonna get any easier until guys start coming back.
Which obviously we got little time for that. Look, 5 minutes, 11:30. We're out of here. If you want to call in, the number's there. You got 5 minutes. You can do it. I'm gonna give my closing statement here. If we get a call, whatever, we'll go a little bit longer. We'll go into OT per se if we get a call. I'm gonna call my shot. Look, 3 weeks in, looking at everything, I'm gonna call my shot, Spoon. And for everybody in here that stuck around and listened to it, I'm gonna call my shot. Oh yeah, and Larry, I can't say his last name, but yeah, no, him too. Yeah, him too. Miles, Oklahoma State, former Oklahoma State guy. Yeah, there too. But with that being said, I'm gonna call my shot as it pertains to the Cowboys. If you want to call in, you got a chance. 5 minutes. Call in. We call safety tomorrow.
Again?
We will call and get a safety in-house tomorrow. Period. I absolutely, unequivocally believe it's going to happen. Now, I won't walk all the way out that line and say Earl Thomas. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but I unequivocally believe, as I've watched I almost said Andy Reid, as I watched Mike McCarthy move and transition during games and do things and whatever, the post game and what he said, yeah, I think he's seen enough. He didn't have the quote unquote ammunition in Green Bay to go and pull the trigger on people. He does have that here in Dallas, and I absolutely believe within the next 24 hours, we will have a new safety. That's my parting shot. 3 minutes as Spoon gets his off to call in and get it off.
Well, I want to say something from Troy Aikman. Our good buddy Hall of Fame Troy Aikman came out and said, matter of fact, I'm not going to read it. I'm going to show everybody. Matter of fact, hold on. I'll play it.
the end, it's a 7-point win for the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson let Russ cook and all that. He's cooking all right. He's got 14 touchdown passes to the first 3 games of the season. That's an NFL record. The question for you is, how does the Dallas defense in particular get better going forward?
Well, let me first say Russell Wilson is cooking, but more than that, he's winning. And that's what he's been really good at since he came into this league, and to come back and win the game the way that he was able to once again tonight. Really a great performance. On Dallas defensively, I thought they showed some real progress. I mean, at least the pass rush, they were able to get to Russell Wilson. At times, I thought late in that game, the coverage overall was pretty good, but there's just too many big plays. That's been their undoing here in the early going. Some of that, yes, you hate to say it, has to do with a new defensive coordinator, new scheme. Some of it is that they're short man. I mean, they had some injuries, and this is a pretty good group that they were trying to cover. But they've got to get that cleaned up. But you cannot get into a situation where every week it's a shootout in order to try to win a football game. And they very easily could be 0-3. They're fortunate to find themselves 1-2.
And they take on Cleveland. I don't know if it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys, but with the injuries that are piling up around the league, if I'm Earl Thomas, I sit really close to my phone here over the next week.
Well, after what happened tonight, with some of the issues there at safety and the big plays, he may be getting a phone call.
You going to call him? I'm not going to. I don't have his number. I can't call him. That's it. Seahawks are 3-0.
Well, A, I didn't hear that before we got here. B, I don't. If it's Earl, great. I mean, I've never been
home, baby. He's home.
I've never been opposed to it being Earl. I've never been opposed.
Never said that. You gotta say, it's not Earl. Address it. Address it.
And again, I'm going to go on record. Everybody's in the chat. Spoon, y'all can hold your guy accountable on Twitter at @your_guy_Knicks. Follow me, Stargame group, Stargame page. Call me out. I am literally going to live and die on this. I absolutely believe within 24 hours, they're going to address it. I'm not going to say that it's Earl. Shout out to Aikman. I mean, hey, Hopperball is getting the big check. Shoot the J. I'm not saying that it's Earl. Cool that he said that. But there's everything that I've watched from McCarthy since he's been on here tells me they're going to bring somebody in. And I'm going to tell you what. Let me give you – we talk about tea leaves, Spoony. We talk about tea leaves a little bit. And look, we went over because it's 11:30 right now. Right. A little longer. So you want to call in, you got time. Call in. Phone's here. But I'm going to go a little bit longer. The tea leaves tell me today we saw a ton. Look, anybody in the comments, Spoony, tell me I'm wrong. We saw a ton of Mr. Thompson today. Like, we didn't see that much last week against Atlanta. We saw a ton of Thompson at safety today. Almost to the ilk of me as I was watching it happen. I'm like, as I'm watching the game, I'm like, well, literally either you're going to win the position and we're good, or we're going to go sign somebody. That's kind of how I felt. And lo and behold, here we are, whether it was a run, pass, whatever, last touchdown, first touchdown. I mean, I think Jay-Z said it best, grand opening and grand closing, right? They can say Woods missed him on the first touchdown, but he definitely ran that deep-ass post behind Thompson as well. And then at the very end for Mr. Metcalf, there was Thompson trailing in a bad position. I could probably call about 2 or 3 more plays, zone man or whatever the case may be, and Thompson was just not there. They played Thompson a lot today, and it didn't work well. So, yeah, I'm on record. Yeah, there will be a new safety in the Star, a.k.a. Frisco, in 24 hours. I'm not saying it's Earl. I'm just saying there will be a new body there.
And you know what, BJ? 99.9% of the time you hit it. And I hope you do hit it, but here's the thing. I hope you hit it. I hope it is for Earl. I really do. I don't want it to be we trade for a fifth round pick for a guy who had like 2 or 3 snaps, or a guy. It got to be somebody.
There's no trade to be had 3 weeks in. Hold on, let's be clear. Trades happen in the NFL at the deadline.
That is true.
That's what happens. That's what happens. So there's no trade to be had. We're not hearing about players being available or anything else. Teams are trying to figure out where they're at. The Cowboys can't wait for that.
Nah.
They had to sign somebody within 24 hours. Frisco, Star, new safety, book it. Go ahead, Spoon.
Now I'm looking at the safety free agents. Let's see who's out there. All right, so right now, here's a look. I'm gonna read off some. This is what I want everybody to do on the panel. If you're still available, if you don't mind, I'm gonna if you know who you want as safety, who's available, type it in. But I'm gonna read you the available safeties right now on the list that I have. Of course, we got Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
Clinton Dixon.
Yeah.
We got the Darius Randall. I like him. You got Eric Reed. You got Rashad Jones. Okay, you have Tony Jefferson. You got Clayton Gabbers.
Sure.
Okay, you got Morgan Burnett. Oh God, please.
Who? Sure.
Morgan Burnett. Anthony Bethea.
Who?
Anthony Bethea.
Yeah. He's like 50. That's fine. Bring it.
Yeah. So those are the available safeties. Now, here's the thing. If it's not Earl Thomas, for me,
I don't care. Anybody on the list, I don't care.
I'm just saying for me. If it's not Earl Thomas, I'm going with. I hope it's Tony Jefferson, and you know what? I wouldn't mind Darius Randall.
Bring him.
Yeah, but it has to be somebody. It has to be somebody ASAP. ASAP.
Well, I mean,
we won Eric in the NFL draft. I remember that. We got Fredericks.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, it is what it is. I guess this is the conclusion of the post game. We've been on for 3 hours plus. Oh my God, man! We appreciate and love y'all for rocking with us.
It's family.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, it's fam. Everybody that called in or commented and shared it, man, we appreciate y'all. Again, it's weird. I don't feel bad about this loss.
No,
I think it's really a stepping stone to where they want to go. 24 hours, your guy Nick's. Again, I'm telling you now, Twitter, as you see my handle there, don't care. In the group, wherever, inbox me personally. I don't care. Literally, I just put my own personal number out there tonight just to get some calls in. That's how we do. Let me know I'm wrong or let me know I'm right. I don't care. We're getting a safety within 24 hours. I literally believe in that. But Tuesday, you already know what the business is. Man, we're going to be on here 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Me, Spoonie, the First Lady, Mary Ella, in the building, getting it in. Spoon, what you got for the people before we leave?
Listen, we appreciate you guys for even, being with us. Cowboys love. This is what we do. And this was, listen, this is we lost the game, but in my opinion, we should feel good going forward. There was a lot of positive things, things that we haven't been used to seeing in the past some years under the old staff. So stay positive. We're tied for first place still. And like I said, as the weeks go by, I believe this team will get better. And listen, Hashtag Route 29.
I knew he was going to stick it in. I knew he was going to stick it in. Hey, look, end of the day, hey, man. 3 weeks, we good. We're good. We'll get a safety. We'll figure it out. I'm not going to do the hashtag route anything there. I've been burned by it too much. You know what I mean? But again, as Spoon said, man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, the call-ins and everything else. The Browns at 1 o'clock. Well, 1 Eastern, 12 noon. Shout out to my West Coast people because what's that? Like what, 8, 9? Ooh, tragic. But yeah, Browns next week. Heavy run game. We're gonna break that down. Keep your eyes and ears tuned. I bet we report about a signing within 24 hours. I always say, appreciate y'all working with the Star Gang.
God bless you guys.